Alright, hello everyone, hello chat, hello Quib, hope you guys are doing well. I'm running a little bit late because I had to quickly eat some food. Ooh, excuse me. But hello, hope everyone's been doing well. Alright. Tonight, we are finishing the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, I believe. Well, I think so. Because I feel like we're nearing the end here. So I want to try. I think we're nearing the end, so I'm gonna try to stick it out all the way through. I can't imagine this trial is going to last very long because our trials have been like 3 two-parters, but yeah, so that's today. We're gonna be finishing the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles today. Tomorrow we are going to be... Oh, what are we doing tomorrow? We're playing Hades tomorrow. And then Friday is going to be our usual IDB stream. I worked for 14 hours today, raw. Oh no! Oh, that's for a pretty long while. You better get some rest. You better chill the hell out in preparation for the coming days. Let's get started here. Bra-da-da-da. You better get some rest. Oh my god, I forgot Gori was here. She's so cute. Yuji Mikotoba is ominously front-facing. Oh, alright. So, witness, please state your name and occupation for the court. Alright, I'm going to do a little quick peruse through the evidence. Just real quick here. Because it has been a hot minute, so I just want to refresh myself here. Karuma, the Great Blade. Yep, and then this is chipped. We've seen this. Tip of the Great Sword broken. Yeah. Really does feel like we should be able to investigate like inside this hole, but that's where the sword would be, so I don't think there would be anything over there. I'm chilling, laying on the floor with my cat. Yo! That sounds really comfy. Okay, Iris's Lucky Charm. Clint's autopsy report. We should probably review this really quickly, because we're going to be talking about... This is talking about the autopsy for Clint, because apparently it was staged, so... just gotta re-familiarize. No document and corresponding ink was found. John H. Wilson. Then the passport. Applicant and one additional person. I don't think this pertains to... Okay, I'll just take a quick look through, and if it pertains to if it pertains to the Clint stuff, then I'll investigate, I think. So in Testament. Put it as the only weapon I have left. So that's Gregson's. So we only have like 2 things. There's Clint. So we only have like 2 things? Dismissal notice. Letter of introduction. This was on the back of a steamboat. Armband. Okay. Just a quick perusal. Yujin Mikotoba, lecturer in forensic medicine at the Imperial Yume University in Tokyo, Japan. Hi, Gori! Baby girl, baby, she's so cute. And, Professor Mikotoba, the young lady beside you is... Ah, this is Dr. Maria Gori, Scotland Yard's practicing coroner, the daughter of Dr. Sith, I understand. Yes, Dr. Sith. I'm afraid I can't tell you why she's here. She just appeared. She just barged in? Why is she staring? Oh, no?
You summoned this strange Japanese man as a witness to that autopsy. But you don't summon Mama. That makes no sense. She was there too.
That's about the size of it. Oh, she's here on behalf of Dr. Courtney. I've had her eyes boring into the side of my cheek constantly, whilst I was in the antechamber too. Poor man. The idea of it's making me shudder. The revelations about Dr. Sith that came light some days ago defiled the reputation of the entire judiciary. She was therefore deemed unfit to appear as a witness in today's proceedings. The Ministry of Justice's decision on that is final. Well, we wouldn't want any more perjury to be committed, would we? Oh, there goes the mask. The Ministry of Justice? Some questionable strings are being pulled, I think. Yeah, she just appeared. She was summoned. Yeah, I think there is one person responsible for pulling those strings, considering who's currently at the head of the entire goddamn thing. Mr. Lord Chief Justice. He's a thoroughly intimidating man. EV Vigil. Daily Vigil. Very Kaiden. Spice Gregson, Kazumasogi, Gossip. I should probably look through the people too, yeah. Fabian de Rosso, Pepino de Rossi, Maria Gori. Oh wait, what? How old was she? Oh, she's 19 and she... You seem a bit young to be at a job, dear, but... Hey, at least if you're passionate about it, then go ahead. Venus, Gossip... Kazumasogi's 24. Gina, baby girl, baby. Yujimi Kotopa, Iris Wilson. Iris is 10. Herlock Sholmes is 34, and Mikotoba is 16. Intimidating ass gavel. I remember you, Dr. Mikotoba. But I certainly never expected to be meeting you under these circumstances. Yes, it's been a long while, Lord Strongheart. Oh, I misspelled Strongheart's name in the stream title, huh? I'll fix that when this becomes a plot. Whoops! The prosecution understands that you were a visiting student of forensic science in London until 10 years ago. That's right. I studied under Dr. Wilson at St. Sinners. So you were present at the autopsy of my brother, Lord Clint Van Zeeks. I was, yes. I assisted Dr. Wilson with the entire procedure.
Mama is far more skilled than any Japanese man.
Well, Dr. Wilson asked me to be his primary assistant on that occasion. Ooh. And this autopsy report was actually penned by you, I believe. Yes. I noted all of the doctor's findings, and when we were done, he read through the document and signed it.
Poor Mama. As secondary assistant, she wouldn't have had such a good view of all the innards.
Gory, I think you have a bit of a... What's the word? Shoot, what's the phrase? She has her priorities a little mixed up here. So, Professor, do you remember Inspector Gregson? Yes, of course. If it wasn't for his insistence, Lord Van Zeek's autopsy would never have happened. But he was also absolutely convinced that it would reveal decisive evidence against Genshin, you see. So Lord Strongheart had to entreat the nobility to allow it to take place. Do correct me if I'm wrong, my lord. It was as a result of that autopsy that a mass murderer was apprehended and justice was done. Oh, but like, yeah, no, now that all of this information that we are learning has come to light about Genshin, I'm starting to believe that he wasn't actually the professor. And like, I guess maybe it was Strongheart, and like he's using Genshin as a scapegoat. And for whatever reason, Genshin, I guess, I don't know. I feel like, I feel like maybe Strongheart is actually the professor. But the killings just stopped, though, is the thing. So I'm not sure. I think male Strongheart definitely has a presence in all of this, though. He's not entirely innocent. I don't trust this man anymore. But I also don't know if he's actually the professor. But Gregson admitted to it before he was killed. He admitted that the results of the autopsy were fabricated. You were there at that time, so you must testify. You have an obligation to tell the truth about what really went on. Absolutely. That's precisely why I'm here.
And that's why I'm here too.
Oh, was she there? Did Dr. Sith just let her young-ass child... If it was 10 years ago, then she would have been 9. She let her whole 9-year-old child watch a dissection? Very well then. You will give your formal testimony now, witnesses. But before you begin, a word of warning. Oh? You will state truthfully and accurately what you saw and what you heard at the time. I wouldn't dream of doing otherwise, my lord. The moment your testimony verges on supposition, I will expel you from my courtroom. Remember that. Oh, this is suspicious. This is... What gives him the right to decide what is fictitious and what isn't? He's just trying to cover up his own ass. The autopsy of Clint Van Zieks. From my own observations, I couldn't say there was any indication of the autopsy results having been fabricated. Death resulted from a wound made by a Western style of sword transfixing the heart. That I found a little strange.
There were no other signs of internal injury, nothing questionable at all. It was just that beautiful but dangerous piece of evidence removed from the man's stomach.
Presumed to have been swallowed by the victim as a way of posthumously identifying his assailant. No indication? Nothing to suggest fabrication? Professor Mikotoba, are you certain about that? Well, we have some things we have to press here. Gori said something about evidence. So that's the first thing I immediately saw we should probably press. Well, nothing that I could positively identify as such, and much less swear to in testimony. Ugh. Oh, Strongheart knew! Strongheart knew! He was like, oh, that's... he knew! Oh, this guy's totally evil! Oh, shut up! Well, that clears things up nicely. The only fabrication here, Asogi, has come from you. What? You claim the inspector confessed just before his death, but that is the fabrication. Yeah, he was aware. And of course Mikotoba can't, like, what's the word? He can't speculate anything, because the instant he does, Strongheart's gonna be like, no, that wasn't true, get out of my courtroom, please. No, he freely acknowledged it. I swear he did. Really? With the tip of a sword at his throat? That man was clearly at his wit's end. The court will give no credence to this confession that was uttered in obvious desperation. Quite simply, there was nothing questionable about the investigation of Lord Clint Van Zieks' death. And with this testimony we have, without question, uncovered the whole truth of the matter. You didn't even let me cross-examine! Park your ass down, buddy. If I may, my lord. There was most certainly something questionable about it, and the whole truth does rather elude us, I feel. I beg your pardon. Well, you're obviously aware of the facts of the case. All 4 of the professor's previous victims died when an enormous beast was set upon them that ripped out their throats. Oh, such horrifying crimes! But curiously, the killer's last victim, Lord Clint Van Zeeks, suffered a different fate. Yes, you're right. He was stabbed through the heart with a sword. That's enough. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a word of warning, Mikotoba. Tread carefully. I believe I warned you about this, witness. I promised to curtail your testimony as soon as it entered the realms of supposition or speculation. Yeah, that there isn't anything that Mikotoba can say if he doesn't have anything to back it up. Very well, my lord. In that case, the defense will pursue a conclusion to this during the cross-examination. What? I have the right to cross-examine every witness after testimony. And I fully intend to exercise that right. Ryunosuke. Hell yeah. And he can't deny us that right. I'm afraid that even the presiding judge has no authority to contravene the letter of the law. As I'm sure every member of judiciary present in the gallery would agree. Oh, so we're strong-arming the audience against him. Okay, Sholmes opened the path that we need to take. And the path we need to take is to get everybody in the gallery to agree with us. Very well. You may begin, counsel. However, the moment your argument strays from the established facts, I will not hesitate to bring the cross-examination to an end. Proceed with caution. Uh-oh. Yes, my lord. Alright, that's a warning to us as well. Cross-examination. Toss off the clip Van Zeeks. Okay, so the first thing I want to press... Fabricated. No, that was odd. A little strange. There are no other signs of internal injury, nothing questionable at all. It was just that beautiful but dangerous piece of evidence removed from the man's stomach. I want to press on this. I would like you to elaborate a little bit here. What exactly was it, though? What does beautiful but dangerous mean?
Well, it was sparkly and round, with a hole, as if it might slip over a finger, perhaps.
Oh, a ring! It was a ring, belonging to Genshin Asugi. My father's ring was inside the victim's stomach? At the time, Genshin wore a large ring on the digitus quartus of his left hand, the 4th or ring finger. You did not have- I know you're a forensic science professor, but you did not have to say digitus quartus of his left hand. I'd understood it was some sort of keepsake. When my father left Japan for London 16 years ago, I was 8 years old. But I remember that ring. You do? Do you have it? My father's possessions were sent to our family's home in Japan after his death, but the ring wasn't among them. Oh shit. Obviously not. It was a key piece of evidence. It remains under lock and key at the stores at Scotland Yard to this day. After the autopsy, Genshin was summoned by the police to check for the presence of his ring. It wasn't on his hand, of course. Moreover, there were deep abrasions on his finger where it had been pulled off. So, well, but that doesn't... Okay, no, but that means... Okay, so if Clint was killed by a single strike of the sword, then him having swallowed Genshin's ring off his finger doesn't quite make sense, because how would he have been able to get that close? Because swords aren't necessarily a close range weapon. I feel like the closer your opponent is, the less of an advantage you have with the sword. That goes for a lot of weapons with longer ranges, because you can't really, like, if they're right up to your hand, like with your finger, I don't think trying to stab them with a sword would be pretty easy. And if there were deep abrasions, then he would have had to really pull on it to get it off. So something, already I can tell something's fishy here. They arrested the man there and then, right before my eyes. How could they?
I brought the ring along with me today.
You did? What? Oh,
Here it is. A bit dusty from years in the stores.
good gracious! Yes, that's it! I haven't seen that thing in 10 long years! And that was found inside the victim's stomach? Yes, I'm afraid so. You hesitated there, Professor Mikotoba. Should we read something into that? Well, I shut that thinking back now. I didn't actually witness the moment it was extracted from the victim's body. Oh, he didn't see it! Oh my! Really? At that precise moment, Dr. Wilson had asked me to fetch him a new scalpel, you see. Dr. Gory, the removal of historic evidence from the stores requires my consent, does it not? Oh, Gory! Oh, she didn't answer! As she should! However it came to be here, the court cannot deny that this is crucial evidence for today's proceedings. Very well. You may submit it. Alright, a ring belonging to belonging to Genshin Asogi found in Lord Clint Benzi's stomach during the autopsy. The claws grasping the gem look sharp enough to cause a very nasty scratch. And yet he had no other internal injuries? I think that's odd! It's not the sort of ring normally seen in Japan. They almost look like claws protecting that jewel.
You must examine it very carefully, Mr. Naruhodo. Very carefully indeed.
Yeah, I got you, Suzato. That was my intention. Okay, well, the only thing I can actually examine here is this. These fat claws are doing a good job of protecting the equally fat gemstone in the middle of its ring. Yes, if you were clumsy, you could give yourself a rather nasty cut on them, I should think. And yet the man didn't have any internal bleeding? I think that's odd! Ow! Now my finger's bleeding. The claws really are sharp. Oh my, that was very quick clumsiness, Mr. Naruhodo. Even for you. Ugh, who would make such a dangerous ring? You couldn't swallow it without doing yourself some fairly serious damage, surely. Thanks for spelling it out.
A sticky mochi bun of about that size would go down much better, with some red bean paste in the middle.
Someone as clumsy as me would probably manage to choke on it somehow. Yeah, so how? Okay. Assumed to have been swallowed by the victim as a way posthumously. There were no other signs of internal injury, nothing questionable at all, and yet I find something that is questionable here, Gory! The court has heard that the ring was extracted from the victim's stomach, but you didn't actually see it being removed. Did you, Professor Mikotoba? That's right. As I said in my testimony before, at that moment I was fetching a replacement scalpel that Dr. Wilson had requested. In other words, you can neither confirm nor deny whether this ring, in fact, really came from the victim's stomach or not. What are you suggesting, Counsel? That the ring was never in the victim's stomach to begin with. It's entirely feasible that Dr. Wilson fabricated that detail about the autopsy. What are you saying? That Dr. Wilson? Yeah, Kazuma has no clue what's happening now. Like, compared to... I feel like, compared to most other games in Ace Attorney, where usually the prosecutor is usually, like, one step ahead of you until the very last moment, when you pull something absolutely ridiculous out of your ass and you prove something wrong, and they're like, oh god damn, I didn't know that. The Kazuma is just on a wild ride this whole entire time. That Dr. Wilson was in possession of the ring in advance, after it was somehow stolen from Mr. Asogi. And he produced it during the procedure, pretending to have found it there and then in the victim's stomach.
Objection!
Supposition at best. What possible evidence do you have to support such a rash claim? This evidence, right here. Oh, I didn't even have to pull it up! Ryunosuke is getting smarter every passing second! That's the autopsy report. It's explicit in that report, Counsel. Other than the ring, nothing unusual was noted internally, so I'm not sure how you intend to prove your point. You've already done it for me, my lord. The lack of internal injury says it all. What? To swallow a ring of this size would require considerable effort and determination. In addition to its size, there are sharp claws around the gemstone to contend with. My brother was a determined man, and on the brink of death even more so, I'm sure. He would have stopped at nothing to ensure that evil killer was brought to justice. But if he really had swallowed that enormous ring, it's inconceivable that no traces of its passage down his throat would have remained as internal in trauma. Oh, internal in trauma? Oh my god. I'm just adding letters. And there you've arrived at the sticking point. That's precisely why I had my doubts about the findings myself 10 years ago. Then why didn't you say something at the time? I did. I still remember the conversation I had with Dr. Wilson in the laboratory that day. Oh! Look at this! Now this is a very curious thing to find in a man's stomach, wouldn't you say? But isn't that rather peculiar, Dr. Wilson? What's that, Naomi Kotoba? Well, if he swallowed a ring of that size with those sharp metal claws that it has, surely you'd expect to see damage to the throat and oh god, medical terms. Osteophagus? Torn mucous membranes at the very least. Dr. Mikotoba, may I remind you that I have vastly more experience than you. You didn't explain shit! Oh my god! I was expecting some half-assed explanation at the very least to cover it up. Bro just went, don't worry about it. I'm smarter than you. What in the hell? I'm terribly sorry. I can think of plenty of ways to explain why no injuries would be seen. Now, let's say this. The victim would appear to have ingested the item as evidence to identify his assailant. Go ahead, write it down. Oh, maybe this man... Uh-oh. I'm not sure if I feel bad for this guy anymore. So I was right. Dr. Wilson deliberately fabricated the results of the autopsy to implicate my father. I'm disappointed, Counsel. That argument is nothing more than speculation. What? Dr. Wilson was Britain's leading authority on forensic science and autopsy work. There's no scientific basis on which to doubt the man's expert opinion. Except, you didn't say that when okay. Except, you know, Dr. Sith fabricated autopsy reports like a couple of chapters ago. But, oh sure, we can't doubt Dr. Wilson. Shut up, my dude. Pardon the interruption, my lord, but... damage to the mucous membranes of the throat is easily identified even in living subjects.
Using a device called an endoscope recently demonstrated in practical use in France.
Yeah, he's totally reliable.
I want one. The government can pay.
I don't think so. And Dr. Gory? Rest assured that your removal of evidence from the stores without permission will not go unpunished.
We open up the dead to find the truth.
Oh? Oh, she's speaking! I beg your pardon.
But Mama, she chose to stitch her corpses up, with all her secrets inside. That's wrong.
Ooh. Dr. Gory, it's looking as though she's chosen to walk a different path to her mama. Oh, shit! Oh, good on her! Yes, the ring. What about the ring? I've just remembered something. An earlier incident. What incident? The one I recounted to you before, about a memory I have. Of Genshin Asogi saving my life. What? My father saved your life? It was 10 years ago, on a foggy night. Oh, I remember this, yeah. Genshin and I were walking down some back streets at a late hour. All of a sudden... Don't make a beep! You're coming with us! I remember this. Wait, he has the ring! Wait, he has the ring though! All of our assailants were armed with pistols, their faces obscured by scarves. The next thing I knew, there was a silence all around. Genshin lay on the cobbled street. Blood was seeping from his left hand. He'd shielded me. It was on the ring finger of his left hand that he used to wear that ring. Ah! Are you saying... I've always believed those thugs were after me. But now, I'm starting to question if perhaps I wasn't the intended target after all. Wait, but... Genshin was arrested 2 days after that attack. And in that short interval, the decisive evidence needed to indict him was miraculously found. You mean, the ring was stolen from him? You think that's what those thugs were after that night? Uh-oh!
Objection!
Oh, Kazuma's having a... Kazuma's doubting... Kazuma's learning things that he's not sure he likes, I think. You pathetic coward. You expect me to believe that you weren't involved? What do you mean by that? It was you, wasn't it? You're the one who took it. You stole my father's ring! Oh, he's pointing! You set the whole thing up so you could paint him as the mass murderer. Oh! Kazuma. Open your eyes. Ryunosuke? You must know deep down. The truth can be completely obscured even when your judgment is only slightly clouded. But at the moment, you seem to be floundering through a dense fog. Yeah, he's the one at his wit's end right now. Because he's so close. He needs to steady himself. Is that why you were so insistent I should be present in this trial? To see you like this? Oh, shut up, Strongheart! Well, this is an amusing spectacle. What a grandiose expression on your face. As if you were Lady Justice herself. It seems you've thoroughly convinced yourself of this alleged fabrication of the autopsy reports. So much so that you're apparently blind to the blatant contradiction that would be born out of it. What? Though it's extremely hard to believe, let us imagine that there was some misconduct during the autopsy. If that were the case, why would Asogi not have disputed the findings in his trial? Oh, why wouldn't he? You're right. In the closed court hearing 10 years ago, the defendant never once denied the charges against him. Isn't that right, Lord Van Zeeks? This guy is totally evil! Like, what the hell? Yes, that's indeed correct. Upon hearing the verdict of guilty, he merely closed his eyes, quietly accepting the judgment. The actions of a man who has accepted responsibility for his deeds and is resigned to his fate. But then... Oh my, that is very strange. If Mr. Asogi did nothing to oppose the charges against him, then... that would surely mean there was no fabricated evidence. An obvious conclusion at which you should have arrived many minutes ago, Prosecutor Asogi. Your twisted loyalty and clouded judgment are hampering your ability for logical thought. I think I need this guy to shut the hell up. He's not trustworthy at all right now. Genshin Asogi's silence at his hearing can mean only one thing. There was no fabrication of evidence during the autopsy of his final victim 10 years ago. But, okay, Mr... You're being speculatory, because where's your evidence? Just because he was silent? Oh, we don't get you can't! No! But if that autopsy was all above board... There'll be nothing to stop Lord Strongheart bringing this trial to an immediate conclusion.
Objection!
Oh. Oh! Alright, Kazuma! Let's go! Hell yeah! Bring us to the right path! Thank you, Ryunosuke. If it wasn't for your frank words just now, this trial may very well have ended prematurely. Kazuma? What's this latest absurdity, Council? My lord, your reasoning is perfectly sound, but for one giant hole. I beg your pardon? Oh, it's Kazuma's theme! You can hear it. You claim my father's silence was due to the fact that there was no fabricated evidence, but there's another possible explanation. You've overlooked the possibility that he had a reason for maintaining that silence.
Objection!
Silence that would lead to him being convicted and sent to his death. If the autopsy results were an invention, there's no conceivable reason why the man wouldn't have protested.
Objection!
Oh, those results were an invention, alright. There's no question of that. Or are you forgetting that 2 people with a connection to that autopsy have been assassinated? If I force the grievances I feel from my mind, I start to see you in a very different light. I think perhaps it's you who's been living in delusion these 10 years. Me? Oh, what's Kazuma getting up to? Kazuma-sama has created one last chance for us here, Mr. Naruhodo. If we can only show that there was a reason for his father's silence in his trial. A reason why the man would have said nothing, even though he was innocent. Could have been part of some negotiation, perhaps. Negotiation? Enough rhetoric. The court must be shown some evidence. What proof do you have that could possibly explain Asogi's silence in court? Oh shit. That's an excellent question, Strongheart. Well, shit. Mr. Vigil claims disappeared after the convict's execution. Apparently, Mr. Asogi described it as the only weapon I have left. That is an excellent question. What proof do you have that could possibly explain Asogi's silence in court? Except see the Asogi papers. He delivered to my son Kazuma Asogi, the Empire of Japan. It's with deep sadness that I accept my fate in this foreign land, but I regret nothing about it. Hang on, I'm thinking. Shut up, bot. Shut up, bot. I'm trying to figure out why Asogi did what he did. Shit, okay. Is it 'cause... I don't know, I'm thinking here. 'Cause the whole reason for us trying to find Vigil was because... Well, one, he got fired from his job because of the jailbreak. So... The jailbreak was... Is it cause of this? Or no, not cause of this. Because see, prior to the convict's incarceration, she with prison staff to... Oh! Oh, it is this, right? Because if he was silent during the trial, that means he had plans already to... He already had plans to escape prison. So he doesn't need to try to prove his innocence. I guess? Probably, right? It's true that Genshin Isugi's silence during his trial resulted in his conviction. But that didn't actually lead to his execution. On the contrary, it led to his escape. An escape that was only possible because he had been sentenced to death. Although I find it hard to believe my father would have negotiated in that way, the defense is correct. A fake execution, falsification of a death certificate, and a jailbreak inside a coffin. Clearly such an elaborate plan couldn't have been carried out by my father alone. He must have had the help of a collaborator from the judiciary. I have here the dismissal notice of the chief warder who was working in the prison at the time. The notes read, "There are indications that the jailbreak was in planning prior to the inmate's incarceration." In other words, there were suggestions of some sort of negotiation between Mr. Isugi and the British government. Strongheart's not happy we're figuring this all out! But he thought he'd drowned all that out 10 years ago! In exchange for his silence in court, he was given an assurance that he would be broken out of prison. Yes, with that sort of clandestine agreement in place, I can imagine he would have kept very quiet. I would go further than that, in fact. I would say that the elaborate jailbreak of Mr. Isugi can be explained in no other way. Oh, order, order! First fabricated evidence and now a jailbreak conspiracy. Of course, because it's all intimately linked. Who was at the head of the judiciary at the time? Prosecution wishes to summon new witnesses to the stand. Witnesses? People who can testify about the jailbreak that took place 10 years ago. Ah! Governor Kaiden? And the poor chief warder of the prison! Yeah, Dave Vigil. Davy, I should say. I won't allow this trial to turn into a farce. To summon the governor of the prison after all these years. Oh, it wouldn't be any trouble, my lord. What? Father? My dear friend may appear a little rattle-pated at times, but I can assure you he is extremely thorough. He wired both Barclay and the local prison earlier, asking Governor Kaiden and Mr. Vigil to attend the Old Bailey as a matter of extreme urgency. Mr. Sholmes did that? Hell yeah, Sholmes is pulling through behind the scenes. He wasn't kidding when he said he was busy. Are you telling me that? Both men are, unless I'm much mistaken, waiting just outside the courtroom at this very moment. Strongheart's backed into a corner. He's not even allowed a break. My lord, you must permit this trial to proceed as you declared it at its onset. You promised that we would stop at nothing to uncover the whole truth behind these disturbing findings. Backed into a corner, buddy, by people you think are quite beneath you. Very well. Bring in the witnesses. And yeah, he can't do anything to try to get himself out of the situation. He's got the world watching. Make no mistake, I too would like nothing more than to lay this business to rest once and for all. Thank you, Kazuma! Oh! And there's Van Zeeks. Would the new witnesses state their names and occupations for the court, please? I, Barry Kaiden, Governor of Barclay Prison. You're not in costume, buddy! Your other persona, if you don't mind. I didn't get to read that. I sell jaunty little tidbits to passerbys, you... Don't mind. Oh, I do beg your pardon. Of course. Oh! My name is Daily Vigil. I used to be the chief warder at Barclay Prison. The reason you've been summoned here to court today is to testify about the jailbreak of the so-called professor 10 years ago. Losh, the professor? We'd already been through all this before, a decade ago! The conclusion was that there wasn't anything untoward happen. A convict expect your prison governor. Hardly what you'd call nothing untoward. Well, the convict's death certificate was somehow falsified after he was allegedly executed, and he escaped the prison inside his own coffin. A plan of that complexity could never have been carried out without the help of somebody of influence inside the prison. Governor Kaiden, you don't imagine the passage of time will afford you don't imagine that the passage of time will afford you any protection. If it turns out that you were involved in the plot to break Mr. Asogi out of your prison, then of course, the consequences will be very serious. In all likelihood, a capital punishment. God, hold on there, laddie! All I did was... Witness. Governor Kaiden. Aye, sir! You have a critical role to play in the public safety of our country. A great responsibility to shoulder. The significance of your testimony in court cannot be understated. Therefore, think carefully before— He's threatening them! I'm pretty sure this is against the law, I think, right? To pressure people to testify? Because now he's under duress. And Prosecutor Asogi, if you threaten the witnesses again, you will be held in contempt of court. You're the one threatening them, bro! Yeah, it's illegal! My apologies, my lord. There's no disputing the fact that an intricate jailbreak plot was enacted 10 years ago. Clearly, you were both involved some way. So you will testify before the court now and explain exactly what took place. Very well. Let the witnesses give their formal testimony. Tell the court everything you know of the plot to break Asogi out of Barclay 10 years ago. Alright. Alright. It was the day that Japanese jock was found guilty. The directive came from the prosecutor's office. I assigned the convict to the chief warder Vigil here, and put the plan into action behind the scenes. I was responsible for Asogi right up until the night of his execution, but I knew nothing of any plot. If there was some negotiations behind the convict in the prosecutor's office, all I did was carry out my duty for Her Majesty's Great British Empire! Huh. For Her Majesty, huh? A director from the prosecutor's office? Are you saying that was the jailbreak plot? Okay, well, I don't see anything I did see anything I could... What's it? A director from... Okay. I didn't see anything I could, put evidence on, so I'm gonna have to press people. Aye, that's right. Who sent it? Who authorized that plan? Adonai, can that? You're saying you don't know? Listen, there wasn't what? Oh god. Oh, I've been squished! Was there a thing about that Professor case that was unusual in some way? How did I ask any questions? I just did what I was told to do. More than that, how can I tell ya? I see. But if the jailbreak plan originated from the prosecutor's office, then one thing is very clear. As suspected, there were clandestine dealings going on between Mr. Asogi and that office. The jailbreak was promised in exchange for Mr. Asogi admitting to crimes he didn't commit. That, Counsel, is nothing more than speculation on your part. So, let me ask the defense. Oh, yes, my lord? Oh, it's a bit too much into the... It's a bit bit too late in the course to be nervous, buddy. I fail to see how these witnesses have any more pertinent information here. Do you intend to assert your right to a cross-examination? Of course! Absolutely! I have no intention of squandering a single opportunity, my lord. It seems all you Japanese are fiercely tenacious. Very well. Proceed, counsel. Well, he's not objecting to it this time, or threatening me about it even. Okay, cross-examination. It was the day that Japanese shock was found guilty. The directive came from the prosecutor's office. I assigned the convict to the chief warder vigil here, put the plan into action behind the scenes. I was responsible for Ryunosuke right until the night of execution, but I knew nothing of any plot. Today there was negotiations between the convict and the prosecutor's office. All I did was carry out my duty for Her Majesty's Great British Empire. So Sogi-san agreed to confess to the crimes because he was assured he'd be broken out of prison later. I really don't think that Kazuma-sama's father would have engaged in such negotiations. Perhaps something compelled him to agree. What a terrible thing, using the law to legitimize such underhanded dealings with a desperate man, only to double-cross him in the end. It's quite the opposite of justice. I can't help feeling there's something about this apparent negotiation that doesn't quite add up. Something doesn't quite add up, Mr. Naruhodo. No, it doesn't. But I can't quite put my finger on what yet. Well, in that case, we must keep digging until we identify the problem. Okay. We just gotta press, I think. I knew nothing of any plot. You found the will, though. But I guess the will had nothing... okay, this wouldn't be anything to press on, or present on. Oh. All I did was carry out my duty for Her Majesty's Great British Empire. Between the convict and the prosecutor's office. I hope... Okay. Do. Alright. Let's start from the top here.
Hold it!
Hold it! And you say you don't know who actually issued the directive? Aye, that's right. All I can be sure of is that it was official. But if it was from the prosecutor's office, that narrows down who could have issued it right away. And it wasn't me. And I can even say with certainty that it did originate from the prosecutor's office. What? There's no telling where it started. There's a fair chance it came from higher up the ladder. Basically, I can't give you any indication of who was behind it. You can't be serious! All we can say for sure is that the order must have come from somebody in authority, I suppose. The likes of us on the ground, as it were, didn't bother with idle speculation. We just get the job done. Oh my god. He mentions the British Empire at the end here, though. So, hang on. I'll press this first. I'll press this before I go back, but... He's mentioning someone higher up and then just shouts for the British Empire, for Her Majesty. I'm kind of curious. Did you carry out the plan in its entirety? Aye, I did everything I could at the time. As you know, Genshin Usogi was shot dead in Lowgate Cemetery after the escape. Tell me, was that part of the plan too? My instructions were to do with getting the jock out of the jail and nothing more. I cannot tell you anything about what happened after that. Only, personally, I believe his death was the last part of the...
What does this all mean?
Oh. Shoot, what's the button? Pursue. There we go. Yeah, what does this all mean? Me too! Mr. Vigil, is something wrong? Oh. Ugh. Oh! Yes, sir? What can I do for you, sir? Come back as daily vigil here, buddy, not as gossip. Oh, what is it? Some kind. What does this all mean? What is it? Some sort of Barclay convention? What Governor Kaiden was just saying seemed to upset you. Did it bring something to mind, perhaps? I like this guy's animations. He's cool. For the last 10 years, I've completely blotted out the memories of that time from my mind. I was betrayed by my superiors, in the name of my country. Oh, just as my father was betrayed, it seems. But you see, thinking back now, I really can't imagine that the shooting of Mr. Asogi in the cemetery was ever part of the plan. What makes you think that? Well, it just doesn't make sense, does it? To make the man admit to crimes he didn't commit with the promise of a jailbreak, only to kill him in the end. That's treachery of the worst kind. But the point is, if the intention was to always betray him, why would there be any need for all the chicaneries of an escape? Ah! Yes, that's quite true! If Forum negotiated with Asogi never intended to keep his or her end of the bargain, it would have been far simpler just to let the man be executed in prison as dictated by his sentence. It all happened in that vast chamber of secrets that is Barclay behind the white high prison walls. I suppose nobody knows what really went on in the execution room now. Yes, it's an unsettling mystery, certainly. What you got, Kaiden? Truth be told, there is a wee matter that's never quite made sense to me. Oh? If you believe there was some kind of negotiation behind the jailbreak, between Asogi and the body at the top, it doesn't quite add up, does it? Governor Kaiden, I must insist that you explain these doubts you have. By amending your formal testimony. Oh! Gads! Aye, go on then. Oh, Strongheart! Hi, buddy! It seems to me that the Japanese fellow didn't have nothing to bargain with. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's so solid now. Oh, that's something I can actually do something with, right? Because he's solidly stating, no, I don't think this happened. So, seems to me that the Japanese fellow had nothing to bargain with. Nothing to bargain with, but he wrote these papers. Hereby request that upon my death, any and all material possessions and my wealth belonging to me in London be delivered to my son Cosmo Asogi in the Empire of Japan. Seems to me that the Japanese fellow didn't have nothing to bargain with. Except he did, because he wrote these papers. He was trying to bargain that his belongings be sent back home. So was he hiding something in his clothing? I'd imagine it's this because he did have something to bargain with. Like he made these papers to bargain.
Objection!
Confessing under oath to murders he didn't commit on a verbal assurance of later being broken out of prison. Genshin Asogi was taking an incredibly risky gamble. Very true. There was nothing to stop the British breaking their word and executing him behind closed doors anyway. Under normal circumstances, no man would stake his life on a gentleman's agreement like that. Which means that Mr. Asogi must have had a trump card. Something that guaranteed he wouldn't be betrayed. Some kind of weapon. Havers! The fellow couldn't possibly have had anything like that! But you know that he did, Governor. The Asogi papers. The name given to the last will and testament of Genshin Asogi. Huh! It turns out that Mr. Asogi was hiding his will in his cell at Barclay. Chief Warder Vigil caught him with it one day. You squealed, did ya, you wee rat? Didn't I tell you to keep that a secret, buddy? Oh, it's 10 years too late for that. You can't touch me now. Oh. Yeah, because he was fired. So you can't do anything to him anymore. His threats have no bite to them. When Mr. Vigil caught sight of that will through the bars. Oh, when Mr. Vigil caught sight of that will through the bars of the convict's cell, Mr. Sogi pleaded with the warder. Alright then, but what's on that paper? A last will and testament. Testament, yes? This will is the only weapon I have left now. A weapon? And after the convict had been killed following the elaborate pretense of the jailbreak, that document mysteriously disappeared, didn't it? Well, yes. All the prison warders searched through the belongings in his cell, but that will was just nowhere to be found. As I understand it, an exhaustive search was made for the document, which became known as the Asogi Papers. Governor Kaiden, I believe you ordered your prison staff to find it at all costs, didn't you? The truth, please! Would I be right in saying that you knew? You knew that the so-called Asogi Papers had the potential to make great waves somehow. Games, what the blazes are you blethering about? The will was found, right and proper, in the fellow's cell where I said it would be. Oh, but buddy, how can that be? Where in his cell? We all searched the place, from top to bottom. That's me trying to slap the desk. Well, you didn't do a proper job, eh, you peely wally gallat? You can't criticize me now! I showed it to you all for, did I know, young lawyer? Yes, you did. I have the document here. It's written in Japanese and reads, The Last Will and Testament of Genshin Asogi. Which means, everything is as it should be. Not quite, my lord. You see, there's an undeniable inconsistency here. Oh? What? What inconsistency? Mr. Asogi described this document as the only weapon he had left. And yet, this will contains nothing of significance at all. Nothing that would have given the convict any leverage. Are you suggesting, my learned friend, that the last will and testament stored at Barclay Prison all these years is actually a fake? I don't think... No. I think it's... No, actually. I think it's incomplete. Maybe there's probably a page missing. A page or two missing at least. Yeah. It feels incomplete because it's only 2 pages. I feel like there should be more. It's not that it's fake, it's that there's pages missing. As clearly had been demonstrated already, what went on at Barclay Prison was far from above board. Why are both of them shocked? That last vilification by the defense was an affront to the entire British legal system. This absurd notion of a weapon is something for which we have only the former Chief Warder's word. The man could quite easily be lying, or at the very least, sorely mistaken. What? No! I definitely heard them say that, I swear! Clearly we need to get to the bottom of this. We need to know exactly what happened with these so-called Asogi Papers. Yes, we do! Shut up, Strongheart! A waste of time. If the will was fake, where's the real document? Mr. Vigil was stabbed in the back by the judiciary 10 years ago. He lost everything. Very nearly his own life. Yeah, he has no reason to lie. Oh, I see where he's been getting these mannerisms from Kaiden, has he? And now you're going to do it again. You're ready to brand him a liar and turn your back on him without even letting him defend himself. It's clear that Barclay Prison is hiding something. It's clear that the jailbreak was masterminded by somebody in the prosecutor's office. It's clear that some illicit negotiations took place. Is your lordship just going to gloss over these obvious facts? What did you say? There they are again! Have him testify again! Trial must go on! The man's voice must be heard! Thank God we're appealing to the masses! It would seem that a vocal few here are utterly blind to the truth. Very well then, let the witness testify again. Yeah, and he can't do anything but continue to dig his own grave. Tell the court precisely what you think you saw of the convict's last will and testimony. Oh, last will and testament, yeah. Yes, sir, my lord. The Osogi Papers. As the warder responsible for condemned convicts, I attended to Mr. Osogi and kept watch over his cell. The night after he was found guilty in court, he was doing something with that will in his cell. We turned the cell inside out looking for it after the execution, but to no avail. I only found out about the Osogi Papers when a directive came telling me to impound them. The document was in the folds of the fellow's robe that was left in his cell. A kimono, I think it's called. Really? In his kimono? That's a lie! Oh! We searched every inch of the man's cell. We looked through all his clothes. It can't be true. That sounds like I gotta press it then. Were you no satisfied when we call in a liar the once, eh? You wee waffinger? Huh, there's nothing you can do about it now. You don't have any hold over me anymore. Other than the hold you like to take on my cravat, of course? Is that what we're gonna do, is it? Are you going to give me a good shake again? Or are you too scared? I love Vigil! Look at him! He's standing up for himself! Oh. Little and large. What a double act. We complied with Osogi's will as far as was possible. All of his personal effects were delivered to his family at home in Japan. As a courtesy to the homeland of the most notorious killer our country has ever seen. And we were much obliged. I can confirm that all of my father's belongings arrived safely. Aye, and you cannot deny the handwritings that are your old man, eh? Yes, there's no mistaking that it's my father's brushwork. Oh, really? And this last will and testament was the man's last weapon, was it? I think we can safely assume that the convict was merely prattling, knowing his end was nigh. Kazuma... So, counsel for the defense? Your cross-examination, please. Not even going to ask me this time. Yes, my lord. Alright, I wanna immediately press that last statement here. Because Vigil said it was a lie. But he was doing something with that will in his cell. We turned the cell inside out, looking for it after the execution, but to no avail. Papers when a directive came telling me to impound them. That's suspicious too, that someone higher up knew about the papers.
Hold it!
Hold it! Mr. Osogi's kimono. Aye, the one he brought with him when he was locked up. Yes, he was permitted to have his personal effects with him during his incarceration, I understand. That's right. He was granted as much freedom as possible during the few days before his execution. Indeed, he had a number of items of personal significance, I remember. He was very reluctant to part with them. Some books. That kimono. His sword. His sword?! Karuma, the famous sword of the Osogi clan. It bears the soul of my family. And we've been carrying it around. I don't doubt it, but I wasn't really getting at that. Forget it being the soul of the clan. Could the man have had a more obvious weapon? Have some respect for Ryunosuke. Respectful silence? The warders carry firearms at all times, and the inmates have shackles around their ankles. You may have hurt anybody with that thing. Still, he was allowed a sword, but no writing materials. Aye. He wrote that will before he came to stay with us at Barclay, you see. He did? Dr. Mikotoba was asked to bring the necessary Japanese writing implements to the prosecutor's office. A Suzuri ink scone, black sumi ink, and some hanshi rice paper, no doubt. I was present when he wrote it, and I'm sorry to say, the letters just looked like a...
Right?
Oh, is that right? Sorry to say the letters just looked like a squirming mass of jet black earworms to me. No,
Excuse me.
something's odd here. Hey Davy, what's up? Are you feeling faint, Mr. Vigil? Mr. Vigil! Sir! It was Scarlet, sir! Scarlet? What? Oh! I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean to blurt it out like that. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, what are you remembering, buddy? Less swaying and more explaining would be helpful. Is something about the testimony we just heard? Have you recalled something of importance? Something of importance? Possibly. Or possibly not. I'm unable to tell which way he's leading, I'm afraid. My lord, the defense asks that Mr. Vigil be permitted to supplement his testimony with this possibly or not possibly important detail. Thank you, Ryunosuke. Permission granted. Go ahead, Mr. Vigil. Yes, it was Scarlet! You're gonna need to elaborate a bit more than that. As I remember, the document was written in scarlet ink, but perhaps I'm mistaken. No! Wait! You're not mistaken, because we did just read the autopsy report, didn't we? He said his hands were recent scarlet ink stains visible on the little and right fingers of the right hand, but no document and corresponding ink was found. This. Hey, what's going on with this, buddy? Scarlet-colored writing is what you said you thought you saw, Mr. Vigil. And I believe that's exactly what you did see. What? Havers again! You've no evidence to say that! We do! Have a look at this report. That's my brother's autopsy report. Yes, and there's something in here that's bothered me since I first read it. It states that scarlet-colored ink stains were noted on the fingers of the victim's right hand. Yes, so it does. Scarlet ink? Now, I'm not familiar with the habits of the British aristocracy, I freely admit, but I would hazard a guess that they don't all go around with ink stains on their fingertips, do they? Your wit is not appreciated. My brother was a well-bred and fastidious man. Should ink have sullied his fingertips, he would have cleaned them immediately. What is your point, counsel? My point is this. Whatever Lord Clint Van Zieks was writing in that unusually colored ink, it must have been directly before his death. Because he died before he had the opportunity to clean his hand. What? I remember something troubled me at the time. At the scene, the lid of my brother's inkwell was open. And you didn't think to... Oh, you probably should have brought this up, buddy! But Clint was punctilious about such things. It seemed unusual, and no document penned in the color of the ink that was in the inkwell was ever found. So the document had disappeared. Are you suggesting that the document my father had in his hand that night in his cell was the same document that Lord Clint Van Zieks was writing moments before his death? Then it was... If Mr. Vigil's testimony is to be believed, it can only mean that, yes. Mr. Vigil! Sir? When you spotted Mr. Asogi with the document in his cell, his precise words were as follows, were they not? Alright then, but what's on that paper? A last will and testament. This is the only weapon I have left. Oh, he didn't say that it was his last testament, didn't it? He didn't say that it was his, didn't he? A last will and testament. Whoa. If the conversation really did go as Mr. Vigil says, then what we now know completely changes the meaning of what Mr. Asogi said. It wasn't his will. It was Clint's will. You really think? Mr. Vigil did indeed see the convict with a will, but it wasn't that of Genshin Asogi. It was the last will and testament of Lord Clint Van Zieks. No. What? Yeah!
Objection!
Uh-oh! This is madness! My brother's last will and testament? That would mean that he had chosen to die. That is what it would mean, yes. No, impossible! That is utterly out of the question!
Lord Van Zieks.
I mean, give the man a break. He's just learning about all this. But was pursuing the professor. It consumed him day and night. Whatever happened, he would never have abandoned his investigation before its conclusion. Never! He would rest until the job was done, until the killer was caught. The idea that he would willingly accept his own death, it's obscene!
Objection!
Oh. And yet, we can be sure that he was writing his will moments before his death, and that Genshin Asogi came to be in possession of that document. So what could the will possibly have contained? Clearly something that couldn't be made public under any circumstances whatsoever, because armed with that document, my father was able to negotiate with the judiciary for his life. It was something so damning that it prompted the powers that be to enact that daring jailbreak plot. Yes, there can be no question that the will contained information of the utmost secrecy. Information of the utmost secrecy? Ah! No, it couldn't be. Oh, what are we thinking here? What was it? I don't have the information! I've heard more than enough. Pursuing this notion of a phantom with nobody can attest. Pursuing this notion of a phantom will nobody... What? Pursuing this notion of a phantom will nobody can attest to having... Oh, a phantom will! Oh my god! I wrong will! Pursuing this notion of a phantom will nobody can attest to have seen serves absolutely no purpose.
Objection!
No, my lord. That's unacceptable! What did you say, counsel? The last will and testament that Genshin Asogi had in his possession was that of Lord Clint Van Zieks. All the testimony and evidence presented to the court has logically led us to that as a possibility. We have a duty to pursue the line of reasoning to its conclusion. But with no possible means of knowing the contents of the document, there is no line of reasoning to pursue. Is there anything hidden in his sword? Like, can I... Like, did he... He was pretty... He was allowed to keep his sword. Can I... Is there anything hidden in here? Can I take a peek? Because this was sent home. They just let him take this home. Is there anything I can interact with here? It wouldn't be hidden in the sword. You can't really zoom in or out or anything. I guess not. The reason why Lord Clint Van Zieks, a man of high noble standing, would have chosen death. Information so secret people in the judiciary will be willing to negotiate the jailbreak of a condemned killer. The only explanation that fits those facts is an unthinkable truth that turns absolutely everything on its head. Ryunosuke, you wanna pull up a couple of options here for me to pick from? But it's just too hideous. Mr. Naruhodo, however difficult the situation might become, you work with your client in pursuit of the truth. Oh, was Clint Van Zieks the professor? If he had chosen death over anything else, then I think he confessed to being the professor to Genshin Asogi before dying to him. Because he knew he was going to die. Whoops. That's what you resolved to do when you entered the courtroom this morning, if I'm not mistaken. Mr. Zato. So hold your head high, and keep soldiering on, soldiering on, there we go. Yes, you're right. 10 years ago, in his final moments, Lord Clint Van Zieks left behind a will. A will that Genshin Asogi was able to use as a weapon to negotiate his escape from prison. In all probability, the details in the will were related to the professor case. The defense's last statement is mere conjecture. What are you getting at, man? Ryunosuke? As soon as these words come out of my mouth, there's no going back. I believe that the last will and testament of Lord Clint Van Zieks was in fact a confession. You can do this, Mr. Naruhodo. I believe that what Lord Clint Van Zieks actually penned that day was a confession. A confession? Regarding the mass murderer known as the Professor and his true identity.
Objection!
Enough, Council. What are you saying? Do you even realize? A confession about the true identity of the Professor. That would mean... Lord Van Zieks, I appreciate this must be hard to take in. But it's the only explanation that fits. The killer that terrorized London a decade ago and became known as the Professor, the man believed to have murdered 5 members of the aristocracy, wasn't Genshin Asogi at all. No, you can't be suggesting. It was Clint Van Zieks. And it was in fact the man believed to have been the 5th victim. Lord Clint Van Zieks himself. Oh yeah, I'd imagine this is hard to take in. Kainen and Vigil! It's finally open, isn't it? Is it? Pandora's box. The great Van Zieks family. They've been thoroughbreds of the British judiciary for years. Lord Clint Van Zieks, he was a paragon of justice in the capital. But he was actually a mass murderer? A perpetrator of atrocities in the vilest nature? If the general public ever found out, law and order in this country would be finished. My brother. Oh, this is too awful. Poor Lord Van Zieks. Yeah, I can imagine. I wonder, though, did he ever suspect Mr. Naruhodo? Lord Baroque Van Zieks is a brilliant prosecutor. Is it conceivable that he didn't realize what his older brother really was? I'd imagine he was blinded by his idolatry for his brother, right? Alright. Order in the court. Lord Van Zieks. The professor made use of an enormous hound as his murder weapon. Tell me, did your brother own a dog? Yes, he did. Balmung. He was a well-known hunting dog. People called him a giant. I don't believe this. When my brother would go hunting in the forest of the grounds behind the house, he always took Balmung. After Clint's death, the creature passed away too, almost as if he were following his master. He was a magnificent hunting dog, worthy of the jewel-studded collar around his neck. Didn't we find something like that a couple of chapters ago? A jewel-studded collar? That's right. Though sadly, some years ago now, it was stolen by a thief who broke into the house one night. A jewel-studded collar, stolen by a thief? It so happens that myself and my colleague have... why would I get a collar like that for a hunting dog? Yeah. It so happens that myself and my colleagues have come across such a collar during our time in London. How could you? There was an old emblem attached to the collar too, made of pure gold. Yeah, this! I remember this. Oh, it had blood on the inside too. It was topped with a small crown and bore an ornate capital letter B. What? An emblem bearing the initial B? Oh my, you know it? It's the insignia of the Baskerville fit. Didn't we come across a draft of sorts called The Hound of Baskervilles by a certain Iris Wilson? Oh, it's all connected, huh? Oh, give me a second, I need to drink some water. Yeah, it's all coming together! What? The Baskerville... Why is that name coming up now? Baskerville is the family name of my late brother's widow. That pure gold emblem was an heirloom, which Clint acquired upon their marriage. There can be no doubt, then. The collar you've described was Balmung's. The family insignia of Lord Clint Van Zeek's widow. There's a considerable amount of blood on the collar when we saw it. Since we know the dog was used for hunting, it could have been from its quarry, of course. But it could equally have been from human prey. So is it true, then? Clint Van Zeek's was really the professor? Impossible! These Japanese are making it all I didn't get to finish reading that because that word was hard to pronounce. So in fact, the person responsible for these murders of nobles and royals was a noble himself, and that threatened to be an enormous scandal that would irrevocably destabilize British society. My father knew that and was using it to negotiate his way out of the unjust charges brought against him. But at the very last hour, those he'd bargained with betrayed him, slaying him mercilessly on foreign soil. Well, can you deny it, Lord Strongheart? 10 years have passed, and still now, the 6 million inhabitants of our great capital rest easy believing that justice was done. That though his enmity remains, the diabolical murderer was caught and executed. Very well, then. You may have the truth. Oh, shit! Oh, you know, did we just earn it? Oh, so you weren't... So you're just being evil for the game of it? You're admitting to it, too. It's not like we have any proof of this. Tell me, then. Tell me what Clint really was. Lord Clint Van Zeeks was too pure of heart. When he became a prosecutor and went in pursuit of the black roots of crime, he drove himself into a corner. He came to the uncomfortable realization that to fight the most fiendish of criminals requires one to become even more fiendish oneself. Clint. Oh! So Clint was enacting justice by his own hand. The 19th century was a truly miraculous 100 years for Great Britain, and indeed the whole world. New industry, new technology, and with the birth of the Metropolitan Police Service, new law and order. Yeah, Clint was Batman! But these dazzling new developments meant even deeper shadows were cast on society. Water sullied by factories, airs thick with noxious fumes and crime, growing daily to fill the darkness. Lord Clint Van Zeeks made it his mission to combat that darkness, but as time went on, it slowly ate at his soul, until eventually he was consumed. It's ironic, really, and somewhat surprising, that the truth has once again been unearthed by a Japanese. Once again? What do you mean? Oh, they knew! But they couldn't— what? 10 years ago, your father, Genshin Isogi, turned up at my office one night. Oh! The professor? Yes, beyond all shadow of a doubt. You must issue a warrant to search his home at once! Don't be absurd. The man comes from one of our country's most illustrious families. He's a paragon of justice here in the capital. Yeah, if they knew, then why'd they cover it up? And his trial was closed too. It's not like the public knows who it was to begin with. So like they could have just caught Clint and executed him without the public ever knowing. There was no need to go for like a whole elaborate scheme to fabricate evidence for Genshin to be the killer. That makes it, if that was the whole plan, it feels like him getting killed at the end of it maybe that wasn't part of it. I don't know. If we believe Strongheart to be a good person and he wasn't planning on killing Genshin here, I feel like it would have been easier to just arrest Clint Van Zieks. Alright. Yes, that's the point! That's why none of you British can see it! He's using his noble status as a diversion whilst he commits these atrocious crimes behind the scenes. Do you have evidence? Nothing definitive as yet, but he keeps an enormous savage hound on the estate. We need the full support of the judiciary on this. We're up against a member of the aristocracy. So a large family estate has a fierce guard dog. You should know that's commonplace here in Britain. I'm sorry, but I can't possibly put Scotland Yard onto this based on the tenuous accusation of a visiting student. Oh, Asogi! So I turned down Asogi's plea, and as a result, he took it upon himself to visit the Van Zieks mansion on his own. We can only imagine now what happened between the two men. But we know the outcome, of course. Lord Clint Van Zieks perished. I don't believe this. So, in actual fact, Kazuma-sama's father did. He made the late Lord Van Zieks meet the same fate. He put a permanent end to the professor killings by taking the drastic measure of ending the perpetrator's life. It had to have been like a duel scenario, right? Because if Clint knew he was gonna die, and they found the ink bottle next to him, then, like, he must have challenged him to a duel. He was going on into it knowing he was going to die. As soon as I heard, I hurried to the mansion. When I arrived, it was easy to grasp what had happened. And? What about the will? Asogi must have already taken it. I'm trying desperately to stay awake, but if I fall asleep, thank you so much for your stream. Thank you for joining! Thank you for watching. If you sleep, then sleep well. As always, you can finish watching on the VOD channel. Because this will be there. I need to catch up on thumbnails, and then I'll be dolling out the VODs. We had no idea of the existence of such a document at that time. I was the only person who knew of the true identity of the professor. So, I resolved to keep it a secret, and to guard the secret to the bitter end. So you're admitting to it? That you're behind it all? It was you, then, who pinned the crimes on my father. I did what needed to be done in order to protect the law and order of the British Empire. Even if that meant employing an unforgivable ruse. Then it was you who arranged this fabricated evidence. I ordered that detective to take care of it, whilst keeping the truth from him, naturally. Oh. This seems so convoluted to keep secret for no reason. I feel like no one would care. Yeah, I feel like no one would care, especially because they convicted him in a closed trial. So why? So this is so convoluted. So it feels this feels incomplete. I feel like there's more behind here that we're not seeing. Gregson? Obviously, he opposed me at first. Oh! Are you off your rocker? We can't do something like that! There's no question that it was Asogi who murdered Lord Van Zieks. The house staff had made statements that they saw the man running from the mansion that night. Yes, well, I've no doubt it was that Japanese fella. But we haven't got a shred of conclusive evidence against the man. And worse than that, he doesn't keep a dog, so we're short of a murder weapon to boot. And we're short on time, Gregson. We must put a stop to that man's rampage, for the good of the country. So we'll use whatever means necessary. Do I make myself clear, detective? Blimey. Oh, poor Gregson. He doesn't even know. So that night 10 years ago, when I was attacked by those thugs in the back streets, and Genshin's ring was taken, that was him, was it? That was Gregson and some hired help. Then the detective handed the stolen ring to Dr. Wilson, who feigned its discovery from the victim's stomach during that autopsy. And in the light of that decisive evidence, Mr. Osogi was found guilty of the charges brought against him. However, behind the scenes, he had actually already struck a deal with his accusers, in which he agreed to silently accept the charges. But I just don't believe that part. As far as I knew the man, my father despised such underhanded dealings. It was extremely easy to make him comply. You see, he had one crippling weakness. What weakness? Isn't it obvious? You, Kazuma Sogi. That smile is evil! You do not look comforting with that smile at all, and I definitely think it was intended. Me? Oh! Perhaps you have no desire to return to your homeland, Osogi? What? Though I hear you have a 14-year-old son. Agree to cooperate and accept your guilt without contention, and you will see Japan and your son again. You scoundrel! Whether you choose wisely or not, it will be a closed trial by order of Her Majesty. So whatever rash claims you might make in court will have no trouble in stifling them. There's only one outcome for you, Osogi. The gallows. Don't forget that I still have a weapon at my disposal. A document revealing a truth that I know you're desperate to keep hidden. Oh shit! Oh, he's just freely giving this! Yes, it hasn't escaped my mind, which is the only reason I'm willing to bargain with you. I only want to protect this country's law and order. You understand? So, what's it to be, Osogi? Kazuma. Oh, Sogi! Of course, because he's your only family left. He did it for me. As I told him at the time, my motive was simply to protect Britain from the damage the truth would do. To protect this country's law and order at any cost. Yeah, I don't believe this. I don't believe that you truly had no hand in this. And that you're innocent.
Objection!
I've never dared let myself even consider this possibility until now. But in the light of all of this treachery, I have to ask. The mastermind behind the Reaper of the Bailey. Was it you, Lord Male Strongheart? Oh, to keep... A rather brilliant idea, wouldn't you say, Lord Varrock Venzeeks? It was him! So he's the one spearheading it all. That's the spirit of your late brother. That paragon of justice should return to reap justice for his sibling. Could there be a more appetizing tale for London's masses, I ask you? What? What brazen? I knew that you'd play the part to perfection, but your role really wasn't that of some embodiment of death. No, you were London's guardian angel. An angel with bloody hands? I think not. Yeah, because people still died. Those who had cooperated with me already were only too happy to participate in my plan. So your idea of law and justice is bribing people and double-crossing them. Inspector Gregson, Dr. Wilson. My minions worked tirelessly to ensure that the finger of guilt could never come to rest on you. That's not something someone says, like... Okay, buddy. It's all thanks to them that you were exalted as the demigod the Reaper became. Thing is, I don't know, cause like... I thought he was cool. I feel like there wasn't really any build-up to us finding out that he was behind it all. Even though we've seen him all throughout the game. Like, there was no... I just thought he was a cool dude who had a penchant for time, you know, and law. but Dr. Wilson left Britain 4 years ago when he was invited to work in Japan. That's right. So I had to employ the services of his young protege after that. Dr. Courtney Sith. Dr. Sith? So what with the execution of the professor and the subsequent reign of the Reaver of the Bailey, I've successfully safeguarded law and order in our mighty capital for the past decade. That is everything. No, that's wrong. I feel like that's incomplete. My lords, ladies, and gentlemen, I do hereby confess, it was I who sired the concept of the Reaper. However, let me say in my defense, it was all for the preservation of law and order across the entire empire. But Strongheart did it? An unforgivable collection of crimes, but still, all those who died at the Reaper's hand were rotten to the core anyway. If it was all in aid of keeping London safe, this feels incomplete. This feels wrong. There's something wrong here. There is no one left now who can reveal the precise truth of what happened 10 years ago. Therefore, this trial can go no further. Now, I would like to entreat all those present. Beyond these 4 walls, nobody needs to know the truth. Even Her Majesty must be protected from this. I trust you all appreciate the importance of my request. It is, of course, for the good of the country. Just like, no. Can he do this? Can the trial really end now? It can't! No, there's something wrong here. I have one last question. For the accused, Lord Van Zeeks. What? Of course, I know that you're a highly accomplished prosecutor. So I find it hard to believe that you didn't have any doubts at all. That you never suspected your older brother. Yes, the same thought occurred to me. I mean, it was his older brother. It was only once, but yes, I couldn't say that I never had my doubts. Oh, he did! My brother's sense of justice was extremely strong. Perhaps too strong, I observed. At that time, there were members of the aristocracy who were bleeding the country dry for their own gain. And since they were nobles, they were untouchable. For my brother, it was a source of great turmoil. And coincidentally at the time, the professor began his terrifying reign. During the time of the professor killings, my brother did not appear to be himself. Oh! And that made you suspect? Yes. But it was only once, not more. Only once? Really? Can you elaborate? Clint wasn't the culprit. That was my conclusion at the time. And I still believe that now. Do you have any evidence to support that idea? The third victim was the Lord Chief Justice at the time. It was he who had recognized my brother's potential and trained him as a prosecutor. No matter what the circumstances, it's unthinkable that my brother could have killed his friend and mentor. Oh. And yet... that will do. Oh! Neither Clint Van Zeeks nor Genshin Asogi still walk this earth. However much we debate this matter now, we cannot hope to reach a conclusion. What? There were only 2 exempt pieces of evidence from the time. The woe-begone ring that acted as the incriminating evidence to condemn Genshin Asogi, and the 3-page last will and testament penned in black ink left by the man. Interesting that you say 3-paged here, because I don't think we ever said that the papers were 3-paged, did we? Hey, buddy, you said something here, buddy! Hey, what's up with that? The wretched truth of what happened is exactly as I have explained. No, you are wrong! You let something slip! Later today, I will present myself at the Ministry of Justice for whatever sanction is deemed appropriate. That is all. Court is adjourned. No, 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 no! There's something wrong here! You let something slip! And, of course, Ryunosuke noticed. Thank you, Kazuma. Me? If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have made this 11th hour discovery. What discovery? My lord, I'm afraid I must insist the trial continues. I beg your pardon? As the court has been reminded today already, we must stop at nothing to uncover the whole truth. And to that end, one particular statement made by somebody in this courtroom moments ago revealed a very subtle contradiction. What contradiction? But all I did was ask the accursed one simple question. Accused, sorry. But he went on his whole tirade. Well, it began with Lord Van Zeeks and his recollection about his brother. But Lord Strongheart didn't permit the defendant to speak at length. I merely pointed out that we can draw no further useful conclusions here. So what on earth is the contradiction? You let something slip. One of them definitely just said something contradictory. It's time to identify who. It was Strongheart. He said 3-paged, and we never mentioned how many pages there should have been. It was Lord Strongheart, I'm sure of it. Something you said was slightly off. Come on, Ryunosuke. Think back over his words. Find the problem. If Van Zeeks or Genshin still walk this earth, however much we debate this now, we cannot hope to reach a conclusion. There are only 2 extant pieces from the time. The woebegone ring that acted as the incriminating evidence to condemn, and the 3-page last will and testament penned in black ink left by the man. How did you know it was 3 pages? Lord Strongheart, would you care to explain? Explain what, Counsel? Among the statements you made just a few moments ago, something you said was inconsistent with a certain piece of evidence we have. Inconsistent? And whilst an inconsistency remains, the defense has a right to pursue an explanation. Ryunosuke, what? Let me warn you about the statement you are making, Counsel. It may very well prove fatal. Hey, you claim my words contain a contradiction. Which piece of evidence I ask you? The will! You said it was 3 pages, but we only have 2.
Take that!
This here is the will left behind by Mr. Asogi. The 2-paged will. What? Yet moments ago, your precise words were the 3-paged last will and testament. Gotcha, buddy! Could it be that originally there was a 3rd page? For a moment, I thought perhaps you'd identified something worthwhile, but it's a mere trifle, I see. A trifle? Governor Kaiden? What can I do for you, sir? You were present when the Japanese man penned his last will and testament. Aye, I was there for sure. I remember the black worm-like squirrels to this day. And I'm quite certain, my lord, there was a 3rd page at the time. What? Only the first 2 pages were the actual will, though. If I mind correctly, the 3rd was a message to his lad back in Japan. For legal purposes, we required only his will. But when they wanted any uncomfortable words about Britain to get back to Japan, eh? So it was decided that the 3rd page ought nay to be sent.
Objection!
Oh. How dare you make that decision? I had a right to know what it said, to hear my father's final words to me. The courtroom is no place for sentimentality, Counsel. As it happens, I have the 3rd page of the document with me now! Why do you didn't bring the... Okay. My father's message! It will be given to you at the end of these proceedings. It'll be too late once the trial is over. We need to know what it says now. Even the slightest thing might give us a vital clue. My lord, the defense calls for Genshin Asogi's last words to his son to be read out loud before the court now. Your request is denied. The inability of Malden words can be of no consequence
Objection.
now. The prosecution agrees. The court should know the contents of that message. Every possible piece of evidence must be thoroughly examined. Come on, ladies and germs of the court! Oh, shit, never mind. Very well then, for Governor Kaiden. You will read the 3rd page of the document for all present to hear, but he can't read it! You piece of shit! Sir, only I should point out, my lord. that I can actually read worm language. This beautiful handwriting? Shame on you, Barry. Oh, hi, Mikotoba! If I could be of assistance here, I would be happy to translate the words into English for the court. Father! You're still here, are you, Dr. Mikotoba? Naturally, I consider myself a member of the judiciary, albeit a lowly one. But perhaps I should quietly withdraw after I've translated Genshin's message. Your cooperation is much appreciated. Alright, let's see here. Kazuma, the truth is shrouded in darkness. A darkness only our clan's great sword can pierce. Mighty Karuma, twist thy head and watch them fall, all thy mortal foes. Oh! That's the end of the message, it would seem. A haiku poem? Twist thy head. Father! What is Karuma? The name of the Yosogi clan's famous sword. A razor-sharp blade known to all, passed down for generations. It embodies the Japanese spirit. It's not known to me. It's the katana sword that was submitted as evidence earlier in these proceedings. The one worn by the prosecution counsel when he confronted Inspector Gregson. Oh, details of the Osogi papers have been updated in the court record. Can I investigate the sword? Hey! Hey, Strongheart! Hey, Strongheart! Hey, Strongheart, give me a second. Can I... It said twist thy head. I assume I can... Yeah, there we go. Mighty Karuma, twist thy head and watch them fall, all thy mortal foes. That's the proper way to use the sword, is it? Maybe I should try it. Hurts my neck, that's the trouble. Mr. Naruhodo, if I might make a suggestion. I think perhaps it doesn't mean your head. Oh, I once studied the history and development of the katana some time ago, and as I'm sure you're probably aware, the sword's head is the part at the very end of the hilt. It's written as head in Japanese, but it's pronounced as kashira, I believe. Kashira? So Mr. Osogi's word really mean twist the butt of the hilt. You don't think... Alright, what you got hidden here, buddy? Ah, a piece of paper, huh? Ah, look what's inside it. Is that a tightly wound sheet of parchment? Ah, red ink, huh? Scarlet ink! It's written in scarlet ink! I penned this, my last will and testament, in the final moments before my inevitable and willing death. This is it, isn't it? Mr. Naruhodo, look at the signature at the end! Clint Van Zeeks. And the date? 10 years ago, on that fateful night! Oh, we've found it! We've done it! So for 10 years, and it's been silently concealed inside Karuma and nobody knew. The last will and testament of Lord Clint Van Zeeks. Wait. Oh my goodness. Look at this. This is unbelievable. Oh. Will has been entered into the court record. Trump card left behind by Genshin Osogi. Thank you, Karuma. Alright, let's read this. I can't read it! Never mind! All these procrastinations are beginning to try my patience. Adjournment of this court is long overdue. As the presiding judge, I have been accommodating as possible of the will of the courtroom. However, despite all that, no new information has come to light. There has! There has! In pursuit of justice, Lord Clint Van Zeeks tragically lost all sense of mortality. Or morality, sorry. Well, he did lose his mortality. When he murdered his former mentor, clearly he was already devoid of his normal faculties.
Objection!
How dare you! I refuse to believe that of my brother. Too much time has passed. We cannot ever hope to know more than we do now. Especially since the alleged will that he penned in his final moments appears to have been lost forever. No, we got it! We found it. We just had to twist the head. Ugh. Lord Strongheart. You appear to be in something of a hurry to wrap things up. I wonder why. We've heard you state time and again during these proceedings, that everything you did was in the interests of protecting British law and order. And I stand by that. Without the Reaper, we could never have achieved the reduction in crime the capital has seen.
Objection!
What about Inspector Gregson, then? Yeah, what about him? And Dr. Wilson. There were no criminals. You used them to achieve your ends, and then you had them killed. However you dress it up, there was nothing fair or just about that. What Strongheart? What exactly is it that you're hiding? Dr. Mikotoba, were you not to quietly withdraw after the translation of your former associate's will? Oh, there's nothing else Mikotoba can do here. In this courtroom, no arguments carries weight unless it is supported by evidence. And it would seem that the defense has no more evidence to present. We do! We do! I've played these games before! In which case, I hereby order all discourse from these proceedings to be struck from the record. Come on, Ryunosuke! You've got it! This is my last chance. Mr. Naruhodo! I have to present some decisive evidence now, or it's all over. But can I? Present evidence! We got it! One last bullet! Wait, my lord. As it happens, the defense does have evidence to present. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, the build-up! Don't be absurd. There's nothing of relevance remaining from the time.
Objection!
It's high time that you realize something, my lord. This gentleman has an uncanny habit of producing evidence at the final hour that had escaped everyone else's attention. Oh, we saw that! We saw that at the beginning of the game, didn't we? With the stake that he remembered had something under it. Nonsense. What is it, Ryunosuke? What do you have? Oh my god, the music! Oh, the strings! I dare say, the final decisive piece of evidence that will reveal the whole truth about this rotten tale. How can you... Decisive? Well, it would appear there's no escaping it now, my lord. Let it be so, then. Present whatever you think you have that can settle this decade-old enigma, if you're capable. What exactly is this evidence that the defense claims to be so decisive? Right here! There's a single piece of evidence that can clarify what really happened 10 years ago. The last will and testament of Lord Clint Van Zeeks. Ha! A wonderfully astute observation, I'm sure. But in case it had escaped your notice, that document was lost long ago. That's right. It was. Only... I have it right here. Discovered just moments ago. We got it! We got it! Say goodbye to your job, buddy! Impossible! That can't be! Everything that's happened comes back to this will. This document is the key that will unlock the entire mystery! Oh, the full instrumentals! Do 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 do. Oh, buddy! My father's last will and testament. Where did you find that? Oh, Karuma! It was rolled up inside this. Inside Karuma? That ultimate weapon Genshi obtained has lain undisturbed in the hilt of this sword all these years, just waiting for the right time to emerge and reveal the truth. The signature and seal certainly look official. That's your brother's handwriting, isn't it? My god, it's true! It's my brother's handwriting! There can be no mistake! I forbid the contents of that document from being read out! Do you hear me? I strictly forbid it! Why? Why do you?
Objection!
You can't do that, my lord. This document could explain everything! That document could literally destroy the meaning of justice in this country. I demand that you hand it to me, at once, so that you can destroy it? No, thank you! Why? What are you trying to hide? Could it be that you already know what's written on this page? Oh, you do, huh? What are you implying? Court is adjourned with immediate effect. Clear the courtroom. You can't just do that, buddy. Do that, my lord, and you'll suffer a fatal blow as Lord Chief Justice. I beg your pardon? Yeah, you have the entire judiciary in your courtroom right now. Forcibly ending a trial without good reason? And not any trial, a closed trial by order of Her Majesty the Queen. To defy the monarch's will is treason. Yeah, we got you now, buddy. We cornered you. What Clint Van Six really did pen a will that day is exactly as the young Japanese men said. Read it out, now! We have a right to hear what's in that will. A right and a duty! Well, my lord. It would rather appear as the proceedings aren't going to go quite as you hoped. You fools! Go ahead, Ryunosuke. Read it. The prosecution gives its full support. Very well then. No. For God's sake. Oh, no! Oh, shit! Sorry, buddy. We're reading it whether you'll like it or not. I penned this, my last will and testament, in the final moments before my inevitable and willing death. The hour is 11 p.m., and I sit at my writing desk in my office. My good friend Isogi stands at my shoulder. He has expressed his intent to invoke the dying ritual of the duel, that I may depart this world with honor. Oh! So it was a duel! An honor of which I am utterly undeserving. The Japanese are a truly merciful people. Oh! Oh! I, Clint Van Zieks, Lord of the Manor of the Van Zieks Estate, hereby confess to the following. I am the killer who has come to be known in society as the Professor, guilty of 4 counts of murder. I will not here disclose the corruption rife. I will not here discourse the corruption rife among the aristocracy, which is to me one of them so apparent. However, 6 months ago, I took the life of a member of the House of Lords at the heart of depravity. A demon who habitually sacrificed the common man to further his own interests, abusing his position of power. The law is impotent against such vile avarice. Only a fellow demon can rid society of this menace. There it is, the hound. That demon was my quarry, upon whom I willingly set my great hound. But though I am a hunter of some experience, I am a poor felon, it seems. My guilt was at once recognized by another, and I became subject to his extortion. Oh, you were blackmailed! He held over me the threat of exposing my wicked crime to my beloved wife and brother. Under that threat, I have done this man's bidding for months now, killing those he demanded I kill. As I watched my former mentor perish before my eyes at the jaws of the hound I commanded, I realized that I had lost the last shred of decency within me, and sunk to the level of a wild beast. There is no path back to the light, be it I or my dear friend Isogi who dies this night. I am eternally damned. To my extortioner, male Strongheart, may you feel the jaws of the beast at your throat every time you swallow. Oh, he's behind both of them! This was not the first time he's done this, huh? So now we know. Yes, Clint Van Zieks was a murderer, but somebody was directing him and naming his victims. His extortioner, Lord Male Strongheart. It was you! Lord Strongheart, a moment ago, you claimed that what the court has just heard could destroy justice in this country, but you weren't trying to protect justice at all. All you were trying to do, he was trying to protect his own justice, was conceal the secret of your true nature and the countless lives you sacrificed until now. It just didn't make sense to me. That the third victim, the former Lord Chief Justice, was my brother's spectator and a man of lofty principles. As I said, Clint had no possible reason to kill the man. But you did, didn't you, Lord Strongheart? To eliminate the man who stood between you and the office you set your sights on. So you used your own hunting dog, Lord Clint Van Zeeks, to take him down. It had to be done. Huh? Oh, he's just admitting it, the bastard! London's unsavory shadows are deep, and the arm of the law fails to reach their depths. Crime must be cut off at the roots, but the Lord Chief Justice at the time couldn't see that. He was weak. Lofty principles, you say? Tantamount to cowardice, if you ask me. Which is why I took his place, in order to fight the crime he was allowed to spread like wildfire. By murdering the man? The Reaper, the Professor, the names make no difference. As I've explained countless times already, it was all done for the furtherance of law and order in London by killing.
Objection!
By blackmailing people, more like. Are you going to legitimize the murder of my father now too? Ah, Genshin Asogi. Well, that was unfortunate. I had fully intended to send him back to Japan, as we'd agreed. I don't believe you! It was you, wasn't it? You killed him! No, it wasn't me who took your father's life. Then who? How do you know this? The night following his mock execution, I went to Logate Cemetery at 3 in the morning with Jigoku. Judge Jigoku? There had to be a collaborator on the Japanese side to manage Asogi's treatment after his reparation. Jigoku had fierce ambition, made him easy to manipulate. 10 years ago, after he'd stood trial for the destruction of the witness stand, I had words with him. When I told him the position of Minister of Foreign Affairs could be his, he couldn't be fast enough. Oh, he couldn't agree fast enough. Look at this guy, he's evil! Seishiro, you fool. As you know, Asogi escaped the prison in a closed casket and was subsequently interred. He intended to dig him out of his grave before he ran out of air. But sadly, all did not go to plan. Oh? Oh, Drebber! There was an unexpected visitor to the cemetery with his own idea about digging up graves. A man who witnessed what nobody was supposed to see. Enoch Drebber. Of course, I knew grave robbers frequented London cemeteries. But that grave on that particular night? Blessed! If people find out the convict wasn't really executed, the scandal will rock the very foundations of the Empire! Then what do we do? Shoot him, Mr. Jigoku! Shoot Asogi! He can't live now that this has happened. He has to go! What are you talking about? You had an agreement! You promised him he could return to Japan! Everything has changed now. If the truth got out because of this, both of us would be finished. Forever! Well, why don't you shoot Drebber? I feel like nobody would... I don't know, I feel like they could have just left this guy to his own devices. It's not like anyone would have believed the guy if we said, oh, a man escaped. Man got out of his grave at the cemetery! And people would be like, dude, what are you talking about? Come on, Jigoku, do it! Pull the trigger! You were blackmailing him, too! Jigoku shot Asogi from the shadows. The grave robber was so close, the blood sprayed over his coat. He fled as fast as his legs would carry him. Then, Jigoku and I put Asogi's body back in the grave from which he just emerged. When I later learned of the waxwork modeler's presence at the scene as well, I made her swear to 2 things. Never to remove the professor's mask, and never to speak of the events of that night. And with that, the secret was buried along with Asogi's corpse. So, now you know what really happened in Logate Cemetery that night. You were the one orchestrating all of it, huh? And you're still gonna be at the head of justice. feel like this has to end with everyone rioting up against him, right? It was Jigoku, your Japanese acquaintance, who killed Asogi in the end, you see. He claimed to be the man's friend, but when push came to shove, he pulled the trigger. And it's not his fault, I feel like. It's Strongheart's for pressuring him so bad. Just before Mr. Jigoku left the courtroom earlier, he said that the assassin exchange proposal was a demand from his British counterpart, not a request. So you coerced him too, using what happened in the graveyard. By that time, Jigoku was the Minister of Foreign Affairs negotiating international treaties with Britain. You can imagine what would have happened if it came to light he'd murdered a compatriot 10 years earlier. He would have lost everything. I merely reminded him of that. How do you sleep at night? These past 10 years, I've fought tirelessly with the darker recesses of London's criminal underworld. I've used whatever means necessary to ensure that justice prevails and law and order reigns supreme.
Objection!
That couldn't be further from the truth. The fact is, you haven't fought crime at all. How dare you! I saved Clint Van Zeeks from dishonor in his death. No, you didn't! That was Genshin!
Objection!
Whilst behind the scenes, you systematically buried anyone who stood in your way. And then, you made my father take the blame. It was unavoidable. It was the only way to protect our justice system and British public order. Let's not forget the others you had killed as well. Setting the defendant up as the Reaper to cover up the truth behind the murders of countless more. That's... enough! Do you have any idea of the confining that led to the acquittals of those wretched criminals? We have to fight fire with fire! Our courts can't function without a Reaper. Yes, they can! Can't you see all I've done for this country? This has been my struggle! You've done nothing! It's Lord Van Zeeks here who has worked tirelessly and justly in court, whilst enduring the disgrace of the Reaper name. And Inspector Gregson, fraught with anguish for having sullied his hands through a desire to do the right thing. Not to mention Genshin Asogi, who risked his life going in pursuit of the truth you tried to hide. No, the darker recesses of London's underworld were largely filled by you. You little... When will you get it through your thick skulls? That it was all for Queen and her country? I'm tiring of that excuse. You've consistently twisted the truth for getting power over to make others to do your bidding. Nothing more. Yeah, getting under your skin now, buddy. People who willingly twist the truth and coerce others have no right to call themselves part of the judiciary. I strongly suggest that you don't ever talk of justice again. Can we throw this guy in jail for what he's done? Justly deserved. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, you've got one more sleeve up your hand, do you? Well, well, well. Dear me, my good fellows, dear me! A well-deserved round of applause, I think, for quite a marvelous performance. What are you talking about? Those delightful grave expressions, that beautifully pronounced Queen's English. Really, our friends from the Far East are quite the picture of industriousness. Fraud, keep your mockery. Please, don't misunderstand. It really is exactly as you both said. What are you trying to say? Yeah, what is going on here? What trick do you have up there? I have occupied the darker recesses of London's underworld, and how do you put it? Done nothing? Your hair's all razzled, too. I confess it's a little embarrassing to have it pointed out quite so starkly, yes, but I really have done nothing. Which means I can be indicted for nothing. No? That doesn't even make sense! What? It's true. Personally, I've committed no crime. I've merely been surrounded by fools who've acted very rashly indeed. I'm pretty sure blackmailing is still a crime, is it not?
Objection!
You can't get away with that! You've consistently preyed on people's weaknesses! And what? Threatened them? Are you sure it wasn't just bargaining? You blackmailed them! I would like to address all the good lords, ladies, and gentlemen of the judiciary here present. You all know of these darker recesses in our great capital, and deep down I believe you also know that to fight those who dwell there requires at least some of us to occupy the darkness ourselves. Uh-oh, oh no, he's learned! He's petitioning to the others! So let me appeal to your good sense now. Consider the situation with me. If this catalogue of horrifying revelations were to become common knowledge among the 6 million inhabitants of London, what might happen? He's strong-armed in the court now. He's learned to learn that the infamous murderer of royals and nobles was a respected member of the aristocracy himself. That evidence was fabricated in the scapegoat's trial amid the secret negotiations with prosecutors to effect a jailbreak. That the Reaper of the Bailey was an organized group of assassins managed by a Scotland Yard inspector. And finally, that it was all masterminded by the Lord Chief Justice himself. If the general public of Britain knew the truth, all faith in the police and prosecutor's office would be completely lost, without doubt. Public order in the capital would completely break down. We'd be cast back to the lawless days of the last century. Precisely, as it was 100 years ago when 1 in 10 of the population were criminals. Think what we've accomplished since then. A public policing force, a comprehensive set of laws. And if we want to continue to protect this new era of law and order, I say again, we must at times occupy the darkness ourselves. Have to. But he's making good arguments, is the thing. He's good with his words here. We have successfully identified and apprehended the man responsible for taking Inspector Gregson's life. That is all that was expected of this trial. All these other matters that have been discussed will be eliminated from the minutes of these proceedings, in the interest of observing law and order, and to protect Her Majesty the Queen, of course. Well, my lords and ladies and gentlemen, what say you? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He has a point. Things Long Strongheart has done are quite unforgivable. But on the other hand, isn't it our duty to— No! No! Don't listen to him! The Reaper over the years has done wonders for the crime rate. My fair means are foul. It's all thanks to Lord Strongheart. Are you kidding? Alright. Hey, Sholmes! Sholmes, buddy, do you have another secret weapon up your sleeve? Are you hearing this? This is the will of the British judiciary? Oh, look at this guy. For your rousing response, friends, I express my heartfelt gratitude. Therefore, in accordance with the overwhelming wishes of the court, the record shall be erased. Oh, of course! Have they respect the man's ability to turn a situation to his favor. Lord Strongheart really is a master of manipulation. You've conclusively proven his guilt, yet he still manages to evade justice. I just don't know what we can do. Hey, Sholmes, buddy! Ryunosuke. It looks like the trial really is going to come to an end now. I'm almost out of options, I think. Almost is not enough. There's really only one path left open to me. Oh, not raise an— it can't be raise an objection, it has to be use evidence. Yes, as I know only too well, the only thing that carries any weight in court is hard evidence. But Mr. Naruhodo, what evidence is there to use at this stage in the trial? We have our friend Sholmes here! I have an idea. I don't know whether anything will come of it, but if there was ever a time for using this particular item we have among the evidence, it's now! Sholmes, help us! Sholmes!
That!
Oh my! Yes, Mr. Sholmes asked if you had that with you earlier. You exposed all of Lord Strongheart's wrongdoings now. I have no doubt that Mr. Sholmes has already deduced exactly how the truth would be unfurled. So I think it must be time for the great detective to take center stage, don't you?
Yes, absolutely! Let's take the hairs by the ears then, and heave!
Alright, here goes. Heave! Ow, 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 ow! My dear fellows, must I remind you every time? A gentle tug will suffice. Mr. Sholmes, you're looking in quite the wrong direction, Mr. Naruhodo. Because I'm over here. Oh, he's here with us? Ah! Mr. Naruhodo, he's... Oh my god! It's Mr. Sholmes! You built a hologram in the 19th century? I wasn't expecting you back, Sholmes. Delighted to be here again, Lord Strongheart. What is the meaning of this? Bailiff, seize him! Put that man in irons! This is a closed court. You've been warned once already, man. Yeah, he's a hologram! Oh, they're trying! What the? We can't get hold of him, my lord! Look at him! We just go right through him! Oh my god, look at him go, I love Sholmes! I'm afraid your efforts are wasted. You see, the great detective you see before you is comprised entirely of light and shadow. An image, if you will. Oh! How did you do that? Mr. Naruhodo, I must congratulate you on your fine deductions. Mr. Sholmes, what on earth is... Are you familiar, I wonder, with the invention known as the telephone? Well, yes. I hear that some public telephones have been installed recently in Tokyo. The sound of the speaker's voice is converted to an electrical signal and transmitted instantly to another place. Quite. Sounds are transmitted, so could not images keep them company, I mused. Iris and I did some modest experiments to develop such a device specifically for this very day. Modest experimentation, Mr. Sholmes. What a modest description. Yeah, bro just casually admitted to generating holograms. And somewhat incidentally, I thought we might just, well, transmit an entire scene. Somewhat incidentally, Mr. Sholmes? Now you're just being immodest. Do you mean to say you're not actually here, Sholmes? Ah, I knew my trusty partner would have no trouble grasping the concept. Except he's grasping the stand to steady himself after your shock arrival. Yeah, 100%! Poor father. I would have hoped he might have been forewarned, being the great detective's great partner. Leave my courtroom at once. Get out, or I swear to you. Dear me, you on the other hand, Lord Strongheart, appear to have a very poor grasp of the situation. Allow me to reiterate, I am not here, which would, I hope, lead naturally to one asking, where exactly are you? Yeah, where is he? The very question I was awaiting! I am at present enjoying the air in a rather splendid garden. A garden? Not just any garden, you understand? A garden at Buckingham Palace. Oh wait, you're at the palace? You're inside the palace. You're with the royalty? Uh-oh. What? You can't be. Buckingham Palace. What's Buckingham Palace, Mrs. Otto? I've never heard of it. Do you ever read the news, Mr. Naruhodo? Mr. Sholmes, is Iris with you there? Ah, well, now. Iris is currently enjoying some tea. With Her Majesty. Whoa, with yeah, you're with the Queen! Her Majesty? Not just any Her Majesty, you understand. Her Majesty the Queen of the British Empire. What? Oh, you said... Oh no, wait, did you send the whole proceedings of this court to Her Majesty? What on earth is this all about? Buckingham Palace is Her Majesty the Queen's residence in London, Mr. Naruhodo. Order in the court! I demand immediate silence! Her Majesty the Queen, you can't be... I mean, no. This is some sort of unforgivably distasteful trickery by a third-rate detective, that's all! Unforgivably distasteful trickery? What an apt description! A closed court session attended by elite members of the judiciary is a rare event. I presumed that Her Majesty would be more than a little curious about the proceedings. So, I decided to show her. Everything. From the start to finish. Oh, Strongheart is done! Goodbye, buddy! Huh? You showed her? Indeed. By dint of the Herlock Sholmes remote cinematograph. Meddling. This is some kind of nightmare. Huh? Just as I appear to be standing before you, regaling you with the talk of my latest invention? No doubt you've inferred that the reverse is also true. You don't mean... Her Majesty has seen and heard every moment of the proceedings. I assumed there would be no objection. After all, every trial in this country is conducted under her auspices of Her Majesty, as you know. You... Oh, who better to take him down his high horse than the Queen herself? I confess I am quite impatient to hear Her Majesty's opinion about the unforgivably distasteful trickery in which you have been engaged over the past 10 years. No, I was merely... Oh, Iris!
Oh, so sorry to keep you all waiting. Vicky and I had so much to talk about. Iris, there you are. Oh, in fact, I have a little message right here from Her Majesty.
A message? Well then, if everyone is sitting comfortably, ahem. Forthwith and with immediate effect, all authority previously afforded to male Strongheart is hereby revoked forevermore. Goodbye, buddy! Furthermore, he will be prosecuted for crimes against his country in a public trial by jury in the coming days. So, it seems that Her Majesty doesn't believe we need to fight fire with fire. Justice in this country needn't be administered from the shadows at all. Bye-bye, buddy! Male Strongheart. The darkness you fostered to conceal your despicable action these last 10 years are a thing in the past now. After today, your brand of law and order has no future, because no longer are you the Lord Chief Justice. In the eyes of the law, and of Her Majesty the Queen, you are nothing but a criminal. Bye-bye, buddy! Adjourned! 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 Court is adjourned! Broken in half. Bye-bye. Say goodbye to your precious scales. Oh, and they're tipping all the way down. Oh, right on top of him, huh? Oh, right on the guilty one, too. Oh, on fire? Hell of a breakdown if I've ever seen one. Oh, he's all disheveled from the smoke. Lord Clint Van Zeeks left a will in which he confessed to everything. When those words came out of Asogi's mouth, it deranged me completely. I knew I must do anything and everything in my power to contain the situation. But I couldn't find the damned document. I searched his cell, but it wasn't there. Which precipitated the jailbreak plot, I presume. What do you mean? The need to obtain that will was all-consuming. I was sure that if I facilitated Asogi's escape, he would emerge with the will somewhere on his person. Despite searching his limp body in the cemetery that night, it still eluded me. It never even crossed my mind that it was concealed in the sword's hilt. Oh, and the scales are gone completely. What pains me now is that my brother left this world without a word to me. Oh, I'm sorry, Lord Van Zeeks.
In point of fact, I think perhaps that isn't the case.
Sorry? How can that be?
There is more to his last will and testament.
Oh, there is? Wait, well, we didn't get to read it. What? As I confront the prospect of my demise, I feel bitter regret for my younger brother. Barak, you have always looked up to me. And now, you follow in my footsteps to become a prosecutor. It is my fervent wish that my unspeakable deed should not hinder your advancement. I ask not for understanding, for none could understand my depravity. I ask only for forgiveness. Oh. Asogi is a fine detective and a hunter worthy of respect. He has agreed to honor my final 2 wishes. The first is that this document survives. The second is I cannot commit to paper. I have confessed my sins to my wife. May she find resolution in my death. With my eternal gratitude to my Japanese friend, I rest my quill. Clint Van Zeeks. Aww. Clint. No quiet ending. Male Strongheart. You colluded with Seishiro Jigoku in a criminal plot so immense it spanned the oceans. You cold-heartedly murdered all those who knew the truth about what happened 10 years ago. But why did you set about that now? A whole decade later? Yeah, why did you? To ascend to the very peak. Oh, you just wanted power, jackass! These last 10 years made me realize being the Lord Chief Justice wasn't enough. Short of becoming Her Majesty's Attorney General, I could have no real power to effect the changes needed in this country. And for that promotion, I needed to ensure no remnants of the past remained. So it was just his greed. His greed did him in. How could you? I like everything to run smoothly, in the exact manner that I prescribe, like a well-oiled machine, like the minutes that you count down towards the events that happen in your future. And I was just a step away. And for your ambition to succeed. Did you even bother to count the number of brilliant people you had killed? Ah, Mr. Reaper, are you not forgetting something? Such as? You very much adopted your usual prosecutor-like demeanor in the proceedings now. But the reality of the situation is that you are the defendant in this trial. Oh. However, the presiding judge would appear to have fallen from the bench, as it were. Oh, welcome back, Judge! May I suggest, therefore, that we entrust the final adjudication to an old friend? My lord! Yeah, that's my goal! As a member of the judiciary, I have been following the proceedings from the gallery. And I must say, I shan't ever forget the extraordinary battle between good and evil that I witnessed here today. Oh, the ordinary gavel sound! The darkness that has blighted justice in our land these 10 years has at last been dispelled, thanks, in no small part, to the efforts of a bright young star from the east. Defense Counsel Naruhodo. Yes, my lord! On behalf of everyone here present in the Old Bailey, I give you my heartfelt thanks. You're too kind, my lord! The first time I faced you in court, just under a year ago now, I had the faintest of intimations that a British justice so warped and twisted over its long history was finally to know change. This might just be the man to do it. Oh. But at the time, I wouldn't allow myself to acknowledge the possibility. I couldn't overcome my hatred of the Japanese after the circumstances of my brother's death. I see now but you've changed over the course of the game, Mr. Naruhodo. Allow me to apologize for countless discourtesies on my part. Oh, he's apologizing! Well, thank you. You are a lawyer of boundless talent. Oh, Lord Van Zeeks! When I first arrived in Great Britain, I was literally a nobody, certainly not a lawyer. The truth is, my fortunes have entirely been made by the miraculous people I've met. My best friend, Kazuma Asogi, who led me here to Britain in the first place. My loyal and ever-patient judicial assistant, Mrs. Otto, who helped me study to become a lawyer. The brilliant Lord Van Zieks, who never failed to challenge his Nipponese friend. And not to mention, the exceptional master of logic and reasoning, who showed me the true art of deduction, Mr. Sholmes. Well, yeah, he wasn't the silly detective. He was a detective, after all. Hi, buddy! Saving the best for last, Mr. Naruhodo? What a relief! I'm well aware that without all these people's help and support, I wouldn't be where I am today. The truth is a guiding light that always leads to happiness. I've lived by that principle for a long time now, but actually, it's not true. Well, the truth can also cause great pain, sometimes even leave people on the brink of despair. For that reason, there are those who feel the need to hide the truth, who do it instinctively even. But as soon as we allow our eyes to settle on something other than the truth, the darkness takes hold, and from there it grows, till eventually it makes us blind to the guiding light of the truth altogether. So that's why it's my belief that we must all resolve never to avert our eyes from what is just and true. So that we can continue to walk the straight and narrow path ahead. Oh, I hate to interrupt here, but this whole speech is uplifting and all, but I can't help but think that they're gonna end this by saying, Ryunosuke, you truly were an ace attorney. Susato, I love you! Asugi, I love you! Sholmes, my goat! Well, I must excuse myself now. But before I go, Mr. Naruhodo, let me compliment you on your grand opus. What? Without your beautifully composed case against Lord Strongheart, Her Majesty would have been unable to act. Thanks to you and your fellows, the haunting undertones of corrupting British justice system have been silenced. Yeah, he literally just changed the government as a whole here. Thank you very much. So, until our paths cross again somewhere. There he goes. Well then, it would appear that this long trial has finally come to an end. Hi, Van Zieks. My apologies for any anxiety caused, my lord. I'm quite sure we shall meet again here in the courtroom before long, Prosecutor Baroque Van Zieks. In conclusion of these proceedings, I hereby declare the defendant, Baroque Van Zieks, not guilty! We did it! Whole last fireworks in the courtroom! That is all. Court is adjourned. For real this time! Let's go. 4th November, 4:21 p.m., the Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber. It really is all over. But did I sacrifice too much? Mr. Naruhodo. You didn't sacrifice anything. I really must congratulate you. It was a truly splendid performance. We did it! Honestly, I couldn't be happier for you. Oh, thank you very much. But I really couldn't have done it without you at my side through it all, Miss Susato. Oh! Your kind words mean so much to me. Oh! It really was a splendid show, that, Naruhodo. I'd have thought you'd be smiling from ear to ear, but you look rather glum. Well, of course I'm delighted about the verdict. But in exposing the truth, I'm afraid I've caused my client a great deal of pain. I'm really not sure that's what a lawyer ought to be doing. You exposed corruption at the government level and ousted Strongheart. I think you're fine. Oh, well in that case, I'm quite sure that when you see Lord Van Zieks' smiling face, everything will seem much better. Not at all. Miss Susato, everything seems worse. He has a face like thunder. Oh dear, I really shouldn't have presumed. Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, yes? Almost a year it's been now since I first encountered you here in this very courthouse. For you to have risen to the level of excellence you demonstrated today, well, it's quite remarkable. Thank you for being so open now. But I exposed the most unpalatable truth you could ever have imagined in court today. I feel as though I've robbed you of something you held so dear. What was it he said? To fight those who dwell in the darkness requires at least some of us to occupy the darkness ourselves. But that was just the feeble excuse of a coward. Only those with a steadfast eye for the truth have what it takes to fight the dark forces of crime. You made fine work of establishing that fact in court today. Thank you, Van Zieks. Oh. Well, thank you. What magnanimous words! I'm quite sure Kazuma-sama would have a smile on his face at this very moment if he were here. Kazuma. He is not smiling! Mrs. Otto? There's another face like thunder here. Oh my! And he really was here! Lord Van Zieks. Allow me to congratulate you on your acquittal. Congratulate me? Or curse me? You failed to bring down the Reaper. Did we not? We already did, though. I owe you an apology. No, it is I who should apologize. Your father, Genshin. If I had been stronger, then perhaps. I made an unforgivable error of judgment. I can offer no excuse. Aww. And I can offer no forgiveness. That said, I suppose you fought for justice and the truth. For that, at least, I can't withhold respect. Your words mean more to me than you could know. I will hold them dear. Kazuma-sama. Oh, Kazuma! I must say, there's one thing that's still bothering me. What's that? The will that Lord Clid Van Zieks wrote before his duel with my father. Oh? Yosogi is a fine detective and a hunter worthy of respect. He has agreed to honor my final 2 wishes. The first is that this document survives. The second, I cannot commit to paper. Oh yeah, his second will. I've confessed my sins to my wife. May she find resolution in my death. With my eternal gratitude to my Japanese friend, I rest my quill. Clint Van Zieks. What can the second of his final wishes have been? That your father agreed to honor, you mean? I think perhaps... Oh. I might be able to shed some light on that. Oh, what? Father? It was 10 years ago, as you know. The day before the execution was scheduled. I went to the prison to say my farewells to Genshin. Oh! Why aren't you putting up more of a fight, Genshin? If you'd only agreed to it, Seishiro and I would gladly petition the government. We've been through this already. You don't need to worry about me. Anyway, Yujin, I have a favor to ask of you. Something of great importance. Oh. You're one of my greatest friends, Genshin. Whatever it is, consider it done. I'm going to tell you an address. I need you to go there at once, in secret and telling no one. You should find a lady of the gentry in hiding there. In hiding?! A lady of the gentry? She's not in a good way. And she's with a child. The birth is imminent?! Oh! The kid wasn't- he left behind a wife and a kid and the kid wasn't born yet! Oh! As a medical man, I'd like you to attend to her. Please, you're her only hope. By any chance, is the child yours, Genshin? Don't be daft. It's a favor that was asked of me by a man I knew, as his dying wish. My goodness! I swore to the man that I would help. That I would do whatever I could for his wife and his unborn child. But if something should happen to me, I need to ask you that same favor. You're the one person I know I can truly rely on. What did you say? If something should happen to you... Tomorrow night, you're going to be... Oh, Mikotoba. You never know, though, do you? What life will bring. Alright then. Tell me the address. I'll head there at once. With Seishiro and... No, not with him. Pardon? This is a favor I'm asking of you. And only you, Yujin. Oh, Mikotoba! Right, I see. Very well then. That very night, I caught a train from Paddington to Dartmoor in Devon. I found the old house. In the middle of nowhere, it was. An old hunting house lay asleep in the grounds. Oh! The poor woman was on the floor at the back of a darkened room. She was in mortal danger. I broke her waters to participate the labor before she weakened further, but it was a torturous birth. I did everything humanly possible for her and her child. I assume she didn't make it, but the child did. And in the end, I was lucky enough to welcome a new life into the world. But tragically, my efforts to save the mother's life were in vain. I held the healthy newborn girl in my arms and wept for her, longer than I care to remember. Eventually, in something of a daze, I looked around the room. There was precious little in it, but an old travel trunk caught my eye. Doesn't Sholmes' house have a huge-ass trunk in it? Is this baby Iris? It had clearly been looked well after over the years, made of top-quality leather with fine stitching. But it was when I saw the emblem on the side of it that everything dropped into place. Oh, so he knew! He knew! B for Baskerville. Baskerville? You mean the woman was the wife of Lord Clint Van Zieks? That's right. The newborn was his daughter. But that makes no sense! Why on earth wouldn't Clint have entrusted the child to my care in that case? I was completely unaware that he even had the daughter. I suppose he didn't really have any choice. What? Well, your brother said that he'd confessed everything to his wife, so she must have been beside herself with worry for her child. If the true identity of the professor were ever to be made public, the girl would be forever branded as the daughter of the infamous mass murderer. Yeah. So the only solution was to distance the young girl from the Van Zieks family as much as possible. I don't believe it. I imagine that in his final hour, Lord Clint Van Zieks made the obvious choice. He would have thought to himself, this Japanese man here is someone I can trust. Well, he trusted him with his life. I honored my premise to Genshin, of course. However, only a month later, I was summoned back to Japan. And without disclosing the parentage of the child, I couldn't obtain permission to take her with me. Oh, how awful! Yeah, so that has to be Iris then! I was completely at loss. In the end, I had to ask my great friend. I asked him if he would be a father to her. That being Mr. Sholmes, I presume. Yes. He took one look into my eyes and agreed to it on the spot. Mr. Sholmes, he has a heart of gold. He does! Really? All it can be said is that I did for the child. All it can be said that I did for the child was to give her a name. Oh? When I come to Britain, I was trying to escape from the grief of losing my darling wife. He is available. He does not have a wife. So it was her name that I gave the little girl. Her wife's name, Professor Mikotoba. In other words, the name of my mother. Ayame Mikotoba. Oh! That's right. Ayame. Or in English, Iris! Here it is. Iris. I had no idea. Ding dong. Ouch! Mr. Hodo? What's wrong? This little thing just pinched me on the behind through my trouser pocket. Hard! Oh, my dear fellows, can you hear me? Mr. Sholmes, is that you? Ding dong. Ouch! Yes, yes, we can hear you! Payback! You see what excessive tugging can do? Let that be a lesson to you! Mr. Sholmes, we weren't able to thank you properly before, but you were simply marvelous! Your checkmate move was a stroke of genius! Indeed it was, wasn't it? I surpassed myself, I feel! It had become apparent to me that to stop the lordship's injustice would require such measures.
Uno! Susie!
Oh, Iris!
Oh, I'm so pleased! What a wonderful outcome! Her Majesty Queen Vicky said she thought my special blend was delicious!
Oh, I'm sure she did. After all, no one brews a more delicious tea than you do, Iris.
Let's have a party to celebrate! Mr. Reaper, you must simply come too!
Oh, I'm afraid I couldn't. The Reaper of the Bailey, flustered by a 10-year-old girl. Again. Oh, yeah, she is 10 years old, huh?
No, really? Oh,
Pooh. But I give you my word that I shall present myself at your residence in the near future to express my gratitude.
oh, how lovely! You promise now. I won't let you forget. Bye for now then.
Alright, Iris. Thank you for all your help earlier.
Oh, that was nothing. Just come back home soon.
Aww. Oh, ouch! Oh, one final pinch goodbye, was it? Aww. Well, I think I ought to be leaving. Lord Van Zieks, would you care to accompany me? Certainly. Oh my god, he's back to the ominous posing in the back! Mr. Naruhodo, allow me to once again express my deep gratitude to you. I believe you saved my life. He's addressing us by name now. Goodbye! Wait, Lord Van Zieks!
The turn.
Yes? What are you intending to do now? Well, clearly, I shall have to resign from the prosecutor's office. Oh no! I intend to publicize the full truth about the Presser case. Once that's done, the Van Zieks family will be ostracized completely from London society.
Surely not.
So as soon as I am free from my employment, I shall leave the capital. Oh, I see. Oh, so he's... Don't be a fool. Oh, Kazuma! Are those the actions of a man once feared as the mighty Reaper of the Bailey? I beg your pardon? For the past 10 years, you've endured that pseudonym and been cast as one of the dark forces yourself. Now that you've finally been freed from that dispute, your battle is just beginning, surely. Well, I certainly never expected to hear those words from your lips. I waited a very long time to come to London. Now I'm properly here. I intend to learn all that I can. Anyway, goodbye for now. Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Oh, bye-bye! Kazuma Sogi. It seems as though he's really matured suddenly. Well, he's been gone for the entire game!
He's not the only one who's matured, Mr. Naruhodo.
Well, I think we should make our way back to Baker Street. We must help Iris with tonight's dinner! We must! Oh, surely there's not more! Oh, surely there's not more! I don't know how much more my throat could take! It was then that I came to an important decision about my future. Yeah, there's the trunk. It's been used as their table this whole damn time, and it's suspiciously placed away from the camera. I'm home. Oh, thanks for shooting me. About time you got here. We've been waiting ages, Odo. What are you doing with that colorful piece of history?
It's a party, isn't it?
It's gotta go off with a bang. I mean, fireworks ideally. But when you ain't got fire, smoke's the next best thing, ain't it? There's a girl on Fresno Street who could help you with that, I think. Right. I'll remember that. Maybe not. Maybe don't when she has the gun. You don't have to reload that thing every time I speak. Oh, you really must hear this. It's the most quite. Oh shit! I assure you, it will defy your expectations. Take down every detail now, Mikotoba. The world's famous great detective regaling his partner with the tale of his adventure. A sight to behold. Would you care to hazard a guess? Where do you suppose the fiendish runaway had concealed himself? Would you believe? Inside the trunk I found abandoned in his cabin. I would believe it, yes. I say, Mikotoba, I detected not a hint of surprise. I wonder why that is, Maybe because I was there at the scene as well, Sholmes. What? You were? Then why the deuce didn't you say so before? Not quite the sight I was expecting to behold, but still, it's quite in character for them, I think. It's hard not to feel privileged to see it. Hello, Mr. Sholmes, Professor Mikotoba. I'm finally back from the Valley. And not a moment too soon. A feast prepared by Iris and Mrs. Otto awaits. I must say, I haven't seen Susato looking so happily in a very long time.
Oh, Runo! There you are! Dinner is on the table, everyone. Please, do come and take a seat.
Time to fill me boots! I love Gina! I wish nothing but the best for her! Goodness, is that really true, Gina? Yep, I'm losing me Copper's Globber and going back to what I know best. It's a diver's life for me. Oh, she's going back.
You're really leaving the police force? But why, Jenny?
Well, the boss ain't around no more, so... Oh. And anyway, no matter how I try, that Reaper ain't never gonna accept a diver turn dick, is he? No, he would.
Well, people can change, you know.
Ah, yes. That reminds me. Oh, I rather thoughtfully offered to relieve the bailiff of this now defunct piece of evidence. Huh? It's the inspector's pocket watch, and the crown has been reattached. That watch was his pride and joy, a symbol of his great achievements at Scotland Yard. For 10 years without fail, it measured every second of the man's remarkable career.
But now, it stopped.
Oh. We're giving it to her. Someone needs to keep the memory of Inspector Gregson's career alive by taking on the great responsibility of winding that watch every single day again.
Yes, someone with an equally fierce detective spirit.
And that's gotta be you, Gina! It's gotta be me! There ain't no one else! Hell yeah, that's the Gina we know! Quite right. That didn't take so much. I mean, after all, the boss was... Well, he was my boss!
Yes, Ginny! Yes, he was!
Oh, you're treating her like a dog. Oh, look at her! Oh yeah, and I made you a promise and all, didn't I, Iris? That I'd become a proper detective one day and track down your old man. Gina, you don't have to. Alright then, it's decided. I'll do it, and I swear. I'll find your dad and bring him back, bring him in kicking and screaming. Gina, you're a little late on the news. I'm not entirely sure that would be appropriate. Yes, I think, Gina, it might be best to, well...
I think I'd like you to forget that promise, Ginny. Eh?
Iris?
Well, obviously I've always wondered about who my real daddy is. Of course I have. I wanted to know where I've come from. I thought it might tell me something about myself. But I've caused such a lot of trouble trying to find out. For so many people. Hurley, Runo, Professor Mickey.
Oh no, not at all, my dear. Really, you owe no apology to anyone.
Well, anyway, I've decided to give up on it. Because I finally realized my daddy is the greatest in the world.
Oh, she's calling Sholmes her dad!
I don't think it matters what his name is or where he's from. Don't you agree? Hurley?
Yeah, that's your dad! With every word, Iris. Oh, you're the guy who raised her!
Thank you, Hurley.
Thank you, Daddy! Aww! Yeah, that's your dad! And that's my goat! Good on him for raising such a good kid! I think, Mikotoba... Yes, Sholmes? I think that I ought to express my gratitude to you. Oh? For 6 years, you and I solved many a mystery together. And during that time, I remember countless expressions of gratitude for our good services. But a moment ago, I heard the most pleasing expression of gratitude of them all. I should never have experienced it. Were it not for you. Aw, you old softy, Sholmes. But I must confess, it's a weight off my mind to hear you say it. Well then, I think this calls for a lengthy violin recital, wouldn't you say?
Oh, well, the food would go cold. That's the only problem. Maybe next week, Hurley.
Are you sure a week is long enough, Iris? Oh, look at this guy. Bro finally got called dad, and he's so happy about it. Even amidst the most troubling of cases, even reeling from the most shocking of revelations, returning in the evening to this suite of rooms, there's always warmth and happiness to be had. The home of the world's greatest detective, and my home too, with my greatest family. Oh, Ryunosuke! Found Family, my beloved! I love Found Family so much! 4th November. Naruhodo's legal consultancy. This adagram has been my home and office for almost a year now. I've certainly had some unforgettable experiences whilst I've lived here. But I think now, the time has come. Oh, time to bid this place farewell. Oh, he's decided to go back. Naruhodo. Oh, Naruhodo. Oh, Professor! Are you alone? I didn't hear any sound from Suzato's room. Yes, Susato-san went out after dinner. She took a carriage. Something about an important matter she needed to take care of. Ah, I see. I wanted to thank you for what you did earlier. Oh? With Iris, I mean. When the subject of her father came up. Lord Clint Van Zeeks. I made up my mind many years ago to never tell her who her real father was. It's what was agreed with Genshin, after all. Oh. Lord Clint Van Zeek's final wishes before he died, you mean? Yes. We've had to take some rather drastic steps at times to protect that secret, you know. Calling Susato back to Japan 6 months ago, for example. Oh! That's why? When I read Soseki-san's report about his final days in London, my heart nearly stopped. You had stumbled across the crux of that terrible case. The dog's collar. Yeah, we did! The descriptions of the Baskervilles insignia left me in no doubt. Baskerville. If you decided to investigate that insignia, sooner or later you'd have made the connection to the Van Zeeks. And to make matters worse, Susato knew of the unpublished story as well. The story that Iris had written based on my notes from the time. Ah yes, the Hound of the Baskervilles. Exactly. It was a work of fiction, but based on the grim reality of a huge beast of a dog being used as a murder weapon. A dog with a Baskerville family emblem around its neck. Armed with those 2 clues, I feared you and Susato might arrive at the truth. So I invented that story about having collapsed to justify her leaving London and returning to Japan at once. All in aid of halting any investigations you and she might have been contemplating. Oh, I see. Something I've never understood is why Susato-san came across that manuscript in Japan, though. You know, Iris's The Hound of Baskerville story, I mean. Yeah, and why did you have it? Shom sent it to me. That was before Susato left Japan. He was very troubled about what should be done about it, you see. I'd read it and carelessly left it on my desk, which is where Susato came across it. Of course. Oh, it was the only case Sholmes and I ever pursued that I didn't record in meticulous detail. I was stunned when I discovered that young Iris had pieced together so much of it from my paltry notes. Sholmes and I discussed the matter and decided that we couldn't allow the story's publication. At that point, I returned the manuscript to put by post to Sholmes for safekeeping. So you did all of that to stop Iris from finding out the truth about her father. That's right, because Sholmes had told me how astute she'd become. Might even surpass the great detective herself. However, having witnessed events in court today, I must say my opinion has somewhat shifted. Oh? I think at some point in the future, the time will come for Iris to know the truth. But when it does, well, I believe it will be for the best. Aww. I think so too. Actually, Professor, I wanted to talk to you about something too. Your return to Japan, judging from that expression, I'd say you've come to the decision, have you? Yes, I have. I will be returning with you to Japan. Are you quite sure? I'm really only here as a substitute for Kazuma, but he's here in Britain now, as originally intended. Locum student Naruhodo doesn't really have a right to stay, I think. Oh, Ryunosuke! I see. Looking back now, when I first arrived here in February... Oh! Oh! Susato! My becoming a lawyer just seemed to be the way things turned out. Hi, Sholmes! With Kazuma, Susato-san, and Mr. Sholmes all gently pushing me in that direction. Oh! You better write back to your family in London! I spent the best part of a year immersed in this world, but always aware of a seed of doubt inside me. Until today. Standing in that courtroom earlier, all doubts vanished from my mind. Oh, does he want to return to pursue law in actuality? There it is! I was totally focused. I was sure of my belief in my client, and I was sure I could see the trial through. And at the end of it, I finally realized no one else chose this path for me. I chose it myself. And that's the title theme. The path of a defense lawyer, eh? Yes, that's what I am now. That's what I'll be going back with you to Japan as. That's the path I'll be following for the rest of my life. Well, it sounds like you've made quite a resolution there. I have. Very well then. I must say, it's extremely welcome news. I shall make arrangements for your return first thing tomorrow, but I don't imagine we'll depart for a few days. Not with the symposium having been cancelled now. Such a shame. Never mind. I'm sure there'll be other opportunities in the future. Well then, I'll bid you good night. That's his resolve. Oh, Susato! Susato-san! I just wanted to let you know I'm back. Oh, she heard, didn't she? Did you, hear what your father and I were discussing? I'm sorry. I did, yes. I couldn't help, but... Oh, how much did you hear? Well? From the part about Iris's real father, I think. In other words, from the beginning. Yeah, the whole thing. So you've made up your mind. You'll return to Japan and continue working as a defense lawyer. Yes, I'm I'm sorry. I really should have consulted you about it. I did want to earlier this evening, actually, but you'd already gone out. Oh no, that's quite alright. I already knew that it's what you decided, Naruhodo-san. You did? Oh, Susato. Susato-san.
Ah, yes?
I suppose this means it has to be farewell soon. I suppose. You'll be a great help to Kazuma going forward. I mean, I know he's a brilliant lawyer, but he's new to the British courtroom. He'll certainly benefit having a brilliant judicial assistant by his side.
I'll do my very best.
I wish I could say it, but I just can't. I just can't ask her to come with me. After all, she was always supposed to be coming to Britain as Kazuma's assistant. Oh,
It's growing late. We should both try to get some sleep.
I'm sure you must be exhausted after today. Hell yeah, I am. Oh yes, you're right. Before I retire, let me just say one more time. You really were quite splendid in court today. So if you ask me, anyone who thinks of you as a substitute or a locum should be ashamed of themselves. Hell yeah! Thank you, Susato! Susato-san. Thank you. Oh, Susato! Oh, and here it is. The day of departure. Port of Dover, Quarryside. I can't believe this day's finally come.
You're really leaving then, Runo?
I'm afraid so, Iris. Thank you for everything. I don't know what I'll do without your wonderful cooking and delicious tea.
Oh, I wish you weren't going. But you have to come back and visit. Say you will.
Of course. I promise. Hell yeah, right to them! Oh. Oh, they're saying their goodbyes too. Well, it was a very brief reunion, but it was a pleasure to pursue a case with you again after so long. For a while, at least, it felt like old times. Yes, I suppose on reflection, there's something to be said for it. Having a little fun once in a while.
I'll just go and say goodbye to the professor as well, I think.
Alright, Iris, you do that. Oh. Honk. There's the boat. Oh, Susato!
Susato-san.
Oh!
I've just checked, Naruhodo-san. Your luggage is already on board. Such a beautiful morning. Perfect for embarking on a journey, isn't it?
Before I set off, I'd just like to say how thankful I am for everything you've done for me. And give my warmest regards to Kazuma, please.
Actually, I think you ought to give him your regards in person, don't you?
Oh, is he here?
Sorry?
Ryunosuke.
There he is! Oh, we haven't heard your voice in ages.
Kazuma! What are you doing here?
Look
Do
at
you really
him.
think I'd miss my best friend's departure?
Thanks.
Oh.
To be honest, I'd been looking forward to our wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's capital, but,
Well, we'll have to save that for another time. Personally, I'm looking forward to facing you in court again.
Yeah.
Me too. But, we're both defense lawyers, so,
I'm going to become a prosecutor.
Oh,
I'll
you
stay
are.
in Lord Van Zeek's tutelage for the time being, but before long, I intend to be just as formidable as the Reaper himself.
oh, I see.
Actually, Ryunosuke, I have a favor to ask.
Name it.
Haruma.
I'd like you to take care of this for me for a while.
Karuma? Why?
Because I've seen it now. I've seen what's inside me, the demon that reared its ugly head that day.
Oh, Kazuma's theme!
It was only for the briefest of moments. The last time I came face to face with that inspector. But it was unmistakable. I wanted to kill him. I've always known there are demons that live inside people. And now I know there is one in me. The fact that it very nearly consumed me is something I'll carry with me until the end of my days. While I devote my life to fighting those whose demons have got the better of them. As a prosecutor.
So, that's what you've resolved to do, is it?
Until I'm ready to face the demon within me. To slay it once and for all. I leave this in your care.
Yosogi
you'll
clan
take it.
sword.
Of course I will. I'll keep it by my side. Always. Until we meet again, then. You have your path to follow, and I have mine.
Naruhodo-san?
Oh, Susato?
The path you're going to follow from now on. I wonder if I might follow it at your side, unless I'd be a burden.
Oh, she's asking herself! Ryunosuke, you
I
coward.
mean, I would very much like you to come with me. But aren't you...
You're so predictable, Ryunosuke.
I am?
Honestly, you never change at all. But that's what I like about you.
You mean you knew about this?
It was the evening after Lord Van Zeek's trial came to an end. She came to see me at the prosecutor's office.
Really? Oh, when I had
Oh,
that
that's where she
conversation
went.
with Professor Mikotoba.
So, you'd go with Ryunosuke back to Japan?
Yes. I know it's unfair of me to follow my own interests like this.
Coming here especially to tell me. You're a stickler for etiquette, aren't you? Well, what are his feelings?
We've never discussed it, of course, and Naruhodo-san has made no such suggestion. I worry that perhaps I'd be a burden to him.
No, sorry, Ryunosuke's just a
He's
coward.
just as much of a stickler for etiquette as you are. He'd never say anything before he was asked. But I'd feel happy knowing you were with him. Look out for him on my behalf, will you?
Of course.
Aww.
Susato-san.
What do you think, Naruhodo-san?
With you by my side, no trial would seem too daunting. So if you're willing, I'd be honored if you'd come with me. Together we can take on the world.
The dynamic duo.
I'm terribly incompetent, but if you'll have me,
She did
I'd
just
be
fine.
delighted.
She even handled a whole trial on her own.
No, not at all. If anyone's terribly incompetent, it's me.
You are
What's wrong?
you are not incompetent, buddy.
Your luggage, Susato-san. There's no time. The ship's going to set sail any minute now.
It's all right. There's no need to worry. As it happens, my luggage is already on board too.
It is?
Your fine judicial assistant has everything in hand as always, I see.
Rose calling himself incompetent even though he toppled the British.
Ship's about to leave!
Oh, Iris!
Time to go then. Look after yourself, Ryunosuke.
Oh.
Kazuma, draw your sword.
Oh. Oh. Chipped tip and all.
One day, when our paths cross, once more, we'll fight a duel of words across the courtroom. A day I eagerly await as a lawyer.
I've been waiting to hear you say that, partner.
Cross the seas.
Don't forget me then, Kazuma.
As if I could, Ryunosuke.
And
Oh,
Mr.
Sholmes!
Thank you so much. I'm very much indebted to you.
Indeed, Mr. Naruhodo. I believe you are.
Thanks.
I'll never forget all you've done for me during my time in London.
Quite. I should like to think you will remember your debt of gratitude.
He's just eating it up, isn't he?
Especially when I visit you in your country. What? The truth is, although many are ignorant of the fact, the world is far smaller than most folk realize.
Well, I'd be delighted if you came to Japan one day.
Yeah, it's not as if
Oh,
everyone else
yes.
can't come
We
visit.
welcome you with open arms, Mr. Sholmes.
Oh, that sounds wonderful! I can't wait!
In that case, let us conclude that this is to be merely a brief parting, my dear fellows.
He has the exact voice I would imagine him to
And
have.
that brings us to the end of my adventures in Great Britain.
Like, that's the voice I tried to give him, but I can't really do that. Oh!
A
Look at
peculiar twist of
us!
fate brought me halfway around the world those many months ago. But that was just the start of my journey. Who knows where fate will lead me next? Still, I'm confident this won't be my last meeting with the friends I've made in London. And when we're together again, no doubt the first words I'll hear will be,
Come, the game is afoot.
What
The
a
ship
wonderful
with
conclusion.
our
Oh,
friends from the east sailed steadily towards the distant horizon. But Sholmes' face was alight with joy.
this is either Iris or
Times
Mikotova.
may change, but a steadfast friendship will remain true, Wilson. We have but to gently close our eyes, and we are with our companions once more.
That is Iris.
So I do just
that. And when I do, I can hear his strong, familiar voice ring out.
Objection!
Objection! Oh, what a fantastic
Until we
ending!
meet again, Runo.
Oh, what a fantastic ending to a fantastic game! Ba ba dum, ba ba da dum, ba da dum, ba bum. Oh. I've been thoroughly inundated with inquiries about my remote cinematography since that day, but I'm no purveyor of electric goods, and what of the promised closed court secrecy? Anyway, I've decided an absence from London is in order, a sojourn in distant climes. The Empire of Japan, perhaps. I understand that wardrobe class incurs no charge whatsoever. Oh. Oh, the music is spectacular.
I gave a little note to Hurley the other day. It just said, "Thank you for everything, Daddy," but it made Hurley cry. I gave him some lotion I invented as well to dye his hair red safely. but he said that might make him cry too, so he'd rather not use it.
Oh. Oh, to match hers, I think. Oh. We didn't hear an epilogue with Van Zeke's voice. In those days, when I was known as the Reaper, I felt your presence at my side. Once, unable to bear the burden of that grim pseudonym, I even retired from the courtroom. Despite everything, I still wear your prosecutor's badge with pride. But the darkness that once beset me is no more, as you too are no more. In the words of a young foreign friend of mine, I must stride forward towards a brighter future. Oh, a friend! Oh, it's so nice seeing these little epilogues with everybody.
Oh, Gina! The boss left a note for me, you know? And I can read every letter now, A to Z, the whole lot. It's cleared a load of stuff up. The boss was trying to protect me, see?
Oh.
And that's exactly what me and Chief Inspector Toby here are gonna keep doing for Londoners.
Oh, look at her! I'm so glad!
I only wish I could have said how grateful I was before you know.
Oh, Gina! Oh, I'm so glad she kept her job. I would have been so sad. Oh. Vixen. Gina. The truth is, I'm not the upstanding fellow you think I am. I might be a diver at heart, but it's a good heart. You reminded me I need to be true to myself. I've got one more job to take care of before it's ta-ta to London town for this foreseeable. And then, I've got to complete your education in the art of deduction a la Gregson, as they say. Oh! Oh, I bet he was a cool-ass mentor. Oh, that just sucks. Oh, and he was teaching her, too. Oh, that sucks. Oh, Ochi.
Your Excellency, this man is accused of illegal entry into the Office of Ministry Affairs.
Oh, shit. Oh, objection! Oh, against the overruled, the minister has been detained in Britain anyway! Who's this Scottish counsel for the defense, and women are forbidden to enter the courtroom?
Oh, really? My friend Suzato-san is in the British courtroom at all times and doing a wonderful job.
Oh, he got beat up! Perhaps I should have engaged the services of a regular legal team. Oh, Sosuke's doing his best.
Oh, these two. Mama, is it true about Japanese people? Are they experts at filleting corpses?
Yes, they are. Fish corpses, on the whole.
I'd like to hone my own filleting skills. You don't mind, do you, Mama?
Oh, she's still talking about it to her mother. Yes, I do. I'm not a corpse yet, am I?
No. And I'm glad.
Aww. Glad to see that these two do still have an amicable relationship. Wait, who's next?
Oh, Albert! Here I am again in Great Britain on the invitation of my dear old university friend. He sent me a very nice letter saying he'd like to show me around now that everything's was settled.
But what have I done? I was so excited I picked this splendid hotel and now I can't afford the bill! Oh, Hairbrain! Oh, Burrow, come to my rescue again, please! I wish I could just vanish into thin air sometimes! Oh, poor buddy! Oh, you were just excited to see your old friend again! Oh, sorry! Oh, I'm so exposed! When I went to make the wax expression of the killer in the cemetery, I realized what had happened. But even in the witness stand of the highest court of the land, I could never speak of it. The Lord Chief Justice and I had struck a bargain, you see. For a faithful reproduction of the visage, there was something we Tuspels would not do. Oh, whoa, women! Oh, she is stunningly gorgeous. I will just say, I feel like I am not faulted here.
Oh, oh, hey, everyone calls me gossip. I sell jaunty little tidbits to passerbys, you know.
Oh, they're all in jail together?
Everyone calls me a pepino, and I sell it at spaghetti. Oh. Everyone, they call me... No, I cannot do it.
This is ridiculous. Hello.
Oh, Evie! Oh, Taylor, how charming. You've made lots of new friends here, I see.
Yes, and when we're released, we're all going to strike it rich together. No. I'm glad to see that he isn't facing capital punishment. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh. When I was accepted on the foreign study tour, I knew exactly what path I had to take. And however it may have ended, I knew that I wanted you there to see it. If I ended up in the dock, there's no one I would have rather have had defending me. But now, thanks to you, there's a new path I want to take. I'm sure we'll meet again in the courtroom, my friend. Until then, I leave Kodama in your care. Oh, Kazuma! Oh, this was a good game. Oh, I'm so happy. Excellent credits, too.
I made some tea, Naruhodo-san. It's important that you rest while you can. Once we arrive in Japan, you should be busy establishing your new office. I'm so delighted to be accompanying you. After all, your talents have been recognized by a great detective. Because you really are the greatest of lawyers. A great ace attorney, some might say. Oh my god. They did it. They did it. The game saying he was a great ace attorney.
Oh, I cannot believe it. Oh, they took a picture. Oh, and he filled the eye of the Daruma. Oh, because he's accomplished now. Oh, there's Wagahai. This truly was the Chronicles of the Great Ace Attorney. Oh, there's Ouchi. There's the reporter dude. I forget his name. There's Hosonaga. Soseki! Oh, great work to everybody on the development team for this. Oh, it was so good. Dude. Oh, there's these two. No, we're kind of going backwards, and everyone's joining us. That's her little worker bee. Oh, there's Soseki Part 2. Look at him posing. Oh, there's Enoch Trevor. Cool as all hell. Nice to see that we're getting full bodies of everyone. Oh, Pretty Lady. Oh, Pretty Lady Part 2. Gory was cool. She just has the scalpels on her? Oh, and the two friends. And there's the trio. And there's Evie. And Daily. animations were cool. They were pretty fluid. The dynamic duo. Oh, and there goes Sholmes. Oh, Inspector Gregson and Gina and Toby. Oh, I wish he could have stayed alive. Oh, Mr. Sholmes left to go dance with Mikotoba. I assume he's gonna come back into line here. Oh, and there's Seishiro. Oh, he's not coming back into line. Oh, and there's Strongheart. We didn't get to see what happened to you, buddy. Thanks for the applause. Oh, and there's Sholmes catching back up. Oh, and Kazuma all the way at the end. Drawing their swords together in the sunrise. I almost said sunset, but the sun was rising. Thank you, Capcom, for creating the Great Ace Attorney. Oh, here it comes. Here she comes. Great Ace Attorney 2, Resolve. Yeah, because this is a compilation of two of the 3DS games that never got localized to the West for English-speaking audiences. Oh, for Risen Resolve. Do 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 do. Oh, such a good game. The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, we've done it! And that is where I leave you guys for tonight. Thank you guys for dropping by. As always, come join the Discord server. We have fun here, I swear. If you want to see my art or other people's art, come check out the Blue Sky or the Tumblr. Twitter's completely dead. It's been eaten by a rat. And if you want to watch past streams, come look at the YouTubes. But that's all I've got for you guys tonight. And as of right now, we have finished the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles! We've done it! That's all I've got for you guys tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow for some Hades 2. And then the day after that for some IDV. But that's all I've got for you guys tonight. We'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Bye bye!